El más campeón de Nuevo León.
Here we are to talk about professional wrestling.
Nobody knows the whole story, so I'll tell you.
How about you, Jason?
Oh, this is like a murder room. This is great.
Lots of black sex magicians out there, right?
And look down like, what the fuck?
Oh, we're gonna just do it this way and nobody's gonna stop us.
I want to show that a real champion has to do things for the community, for your people, for other women, you know?
In this business, what you sell is emotions. If you manage to get people invested, you did it.
I have to rehearse videotape.
It's time for another MMM show.
This intro is still too long. I gotta fix it. Just a little bit, gotta fix it.
Can I say something?
Already, or right off the bat?
Why does Skip Jason point at me when he says this is
Why
a
is he the main screen?
To another edition of welcome to another edition of what's the name of the show?
Why is he the main screen?
Matt and Mayhem. 216 times have done that crap. 216 times.
Why is he the main
I'm your
screen?
host, Justin Outlaw Harvey. You can find me on social media at JustinHarvey75. You can, in fact, find the entire show on social media. If you just type at MMMshow75 in your little social media thingy. Doesn't matter if it's Twitter or X or Instagram or what's the other one?
Blue Sky.
What else are we on, Byron? We're on.
Are we still doing the Chinese thing?
Are we on Blue Sky? Are we at MMM Show 75 on Blue Sky?
We're not on Blue Sky.
We're not on Blue Sky.
What the?
But Adam Page is on Blue Sky.
We love you.
I'm on Blue Sky.
11
Page is Mr. Blue Sky. If it was a
Are
human
we
body.
on the talk of the ticking?
Why is the layout the way it is?
Why are your glasses like that?
You can't even see
In a
me.
minute, Byron.
Justin's pulled
Are we
rank.
on the talk of the ticking? Okay,
Tony-
up there we have at Tony Allen. Over here we've got Byron Fever.
Catch it.
Thank you. Jesus, that took a long time.
Why is he
Right in here in the middle from the land down under, Comatose. And from foul-mouthed England, at Meefloaf. And then down here where you can't really see him underneath the belt is at Bear Brannon. That's the bear. The bear.
Bear in his cage, leaping over the
Now,
fence.
so Byron, I was looking at the layout. I can do this. This is decent
Yeah.
with all of us. Or I can do this.
Yeah, if there's
'Cause
six
when
of
I
us,
do
that
this,
gets us better.
banners kind of cut people
Do
off,
we
I
have
think.
to see
so.
Byron's face?
Oh, I guess they don't in this.
Oh, I see
with
what's going on.
this many people in
You
here.
could do
There
you
we
could
go.
do the other
Oh, my
one.
glasses are in the car.
Everybody's doing cool glasses. I need to go do some cool glasses.
Who isn't doing
I
cool
can't
glasses?
Cool.
see anymore.
That's
I did 204 episodes of this show like this, but now you guys just look like a blob when I do that.
No, I was just trying to mock my dear friend Byron because
Why?
I don't know, because I think this is how he looks like with hair.
I look like Max Moon.
I wear a hat and I have sunglasses on. I'm really
Byron
that weird.
looks
like
We both got
DJ Janela
Mexican
over
patterns
there.
on our hats.
I'm trying to add personality to the show.
Personality. Bear, did you bring beers for
Where did
everyone?
Bear
Oh
go?
my
What
God,
the hell? He's
Bear.
with Ray-Ban store.
That's the
We're gonna do the
Bear.
cool sunglasses.
Can we
Una
talk about that?
Bear
We can
Mer.
see Bear's face today.
Bear looks
Yeah.
like
That's why I had to get the glasses.
Animal, bro.
Too much
Who bought him?
lighting
John
on his
Moxley
face.
and Jack Perry combined.
My favorite ice cream flavor. I was just talking about ice cream, Dr. Studios YT. Is that YT as in Whitey, or is that YT as in YouTube?
Which Byron's
My
favorite is
daughter
vanilla.
was telling me that she doesn't like French vanilla, only vanilla.
That's
but then
dumb.
there's also like natural vanilla. Then there's like vanilla bean vanilla. Like what
Well,
kind of
actually,
vanilla is vanilla?
As a former fat person,
Hold on. I thought that most vanilla flavoring was actually, what is it? Go for anus.
What?
What?
The fuck?
Yeah. Oh, did I destroy your
Oh, no.
childhood here? Yes. So apparently they take glands out of their anus and make vanilla flavoring.
No, that's not right.
We've got a whole
Also,
generation
we
of
just
ladies.
lost monetization. We can't talk about Go for Anuses for 15 minutes.
I don't know. I think I would pay
Are we
money
still
for
talking
this.
ice cream?
Well, so
Vanilla chocolate.
let's do this. Let's do this because I know we had some fun. This is a Bear thing. So if this sucks, blame it on Bear. It's time for the whole hemiface. How do you say that word, Byron? Homeface.
Hachimachi.
Homeface.
What? I don't know what
The
you're
accent,
talking about.
Byron. Don't do
On
that.
old days, big question of the week, Byron.
Oh, I thought you were making up some word.
Do you know what the big question of the week is?
What are the
Okay,
big
Factions.
factions of the week?
We're going to talk about it's right there, Byron. You can see it at the top of the screen.
Bro,
It says,
Can't
No, I
read.
see. I'm
Does
reading
not
it.
know how to
Education
read.
system.
what is the state of
picture.
factions in wrestling?
Yeah,
We're
what
going
is
to kick
the
it off
state?
with Bear because Bear brought us this
Colorado.
topic and we were having some fun with it in our DMs or whatever. Because
Are they Nebraska?
factions is a thing these days, and it's not necessarily a good one. Bear, what do you think about the state of
I said
factions?
fascism is a thing these days.
I
Fascism.
feel like, yeah.
What's the
I
state
feel
of
like
fascism
they've,
in wrestling these days?
Well, we'll have to talk to Triple H and his father and mother-in-law. But, anyways, back to factions. I don't know. It's just like it's interesting because I feel like both AEW and WWE did some really good things with factions for a couple of years, and now it kind of feels like what the hell is going on with all of them, you know? I mean, you look at like WWE and you have like all these like JV versions of the factions that were like there, you know, you have like the Temu Bloodline and the Temu Judgment Day. You know, it's like they're like continuing on these factions for like years now, and you know, it's like they're not even like anywhere near as like what their original purposes was with the Judgment Day, or nearly
Well,
as
Judgment Day,
prestigious.
I feel when they were at their peak was not what Judgment Day was supposed to be. That was another accident.
I know, but now Judgment Day is like, you know, there's like the breaking off of the Outsiders thing going on with, you know,
Here's my theory
Raquel
about
and-
those things. I think Judgment Day, just like what I was saying about Bloodline weeks ago, the people here know what we say. They've been back, they've been listening every single week. Bloodline was only great. I mean, it was good, but it was only great because they accidentally let Sami Zayn in the segments, and then he took them over and made them amazing. And then now it's, you know, it is what it is. I think
Can I get my
that
little line in here,
sometimes, sometimes they will be a great thing. Like Judgment Day got to be really cool when they started to be about chicken nuggets and Dirty Dom and Mommy and stuff, right? But then eventually they go back to doing the stuff they want to do on purpose, and then it goes back to what it is now.
So the vision, more like the eye patch.
Yeah.
I don't even know if
There
you
we
might
go.
call them the
Oh,
eye patch now. They're just blind.
That
There's
joke
not-
landed
Can even-
really harshly, bro.
Can you even call them a faction? I mean, they don't even have enough people to qualify as a faction.
They're a tag team with a manager
Right,
now.
Yeah.
Tony had the symbol for me.
That's for me. It was really funny. All right, that's okay. That's enough.
Did you see that thing I sent you where the Paul Heyman sat in the chair and not wanting to move just in case he hurts himself?
Paul's got to be a little worried. I mean, Austin Theory's like, man, I just got here. Like, is everybody gonna? Are we all supposed to get hurt? Like, is that the booking that we're doing here? But realistically, if I don't understand what the plan was with the Vision anyway, like
it was terrible to begin with.
Were we really?
Is it gonna?
Yeah, like I don't know.
I don't understand what any of these factions are right now. You got like the Wyatt family over there doing whatever the hell, like they're living off of like, you know, Wyatt family nostalgia or Brace nostalgia. You got like the whatever the MFT is living off of Bloodline nostalgia. You have Judgment Day kind of living off their own nostalgia.
The one thing that's missing for everybody is a protagonist.
Okay, let's talk about the Wyatt Six for a second, because that one irks me. Like, they can't even do the full music anymore. Like they've cut the music in like everything that was cool about it. Like now it's just like they just throw a lantern down and go. Like
it's the Temu version, isn't it? It's a Temu version. Like,
it really is. It really feels very like if we're gonna do this, if we're gonna pay homage to this whole Bray Wyatt thing, at least give it some room to breathe. Let the people get out their phones and do the Firefly thing. But we're just like, you know, we come out, we do the shortened version of the music. They drop the lantern, and then they're in the ring, and then they're taking the masks off. But Bo is always leaving his on.
They murdered everybody on night one. They had nowhere to go after that. They literally did a murder scene and wiped everybody out. And from there, they couldn't do anything else.
Which is kind of what the problem with the Fiend was. That was kind of what the issue was with the Fiend as well. You know,
that's the angle they should have played. That's the angle they should have played with it. They should have let the whole White family sort of scenario. They should have let that go and rest in peace with Bray, and then they should have played an angle maybe with the Funhouse, whatever it was. You know, they could have probably done something like that, but just let it go, bury it. God damn, like.
Yeah. But everything just feels like they're living in nostalgia. Nothing feels fresh about any of these stables. And that's kind of going across the board from WWE to AEW as well. You know, and in AEW right now, you have two heel, like, you know, stables feuding between the Don Callis family and the Death Riders. And it's like, I don't know who's supposed to be facing that one, because, like, I guess Moxley's kind of a tweener, but nobody else in that faction is a tweener. Like, they're all kind of heels, I think. And nobody in the Don Callis family is like a tweener. Are you saying you don't want to cheer for Danny Garcia? I take great offense to that. I do. I mean, of all the ones,
cheer for Danny Garcia.
I guess.
The thing is, who are they fighting? Like, as in WWE, you've got like the Judgment Day, they're taking over, blah blah blah. Every faction that starts there isn't a Vince McMahon. There isn't a corporation to fight against.
That's the thing. That's what it is.
Even bad guys haven't got good guys in essence to fight against, because there isn't a good guy stable in essence.
And look, then you have to do like the gay warfare thing, you know, like the New Japan gay warfare.
How many people were like in the corporation? How many people were in DX? How many people were in like the ministry? You know, they had like there were more gangs in stables. You know what I mean? Like they're not just a tag team and a few singles. They're decent sized people, and they'd all war with each other, and you just didn't know what you were going to get each week. That was awesome to watch.
Well, that's kind of what I want to get at too, because I'm looking around and I see these factions like Dark State coming up in NXT, and then you've got Chase U that's a stable, but it's actually just every guy that hasn't worked their way up the roster at NXT, and also Andre Chase is sometimes in it and sometimes not even in it anymore. And then you've got the system over at TNA that Moose isn't in, but yet he's still wearing system trunks.
That's hilarious. Bro, I burst out laughing. That is so funny.
You got kicked the fuck out. Why are you still wearing the trunks, bro?
He's got attachment issues, bro. Leave him alone.
He can't let go.
But have you seen Moose's wardrobe?
They cost a lot.
Dude has 700 different trunks. We're not talking about some schmuck on the indies who's only got 2 pairs of trunks. Moose is a fashionista. That dude has so many pairs of trunks. He's worn 20 different pairs over the years. Like, there's no reason for him to come out.
Different time. That's what happened.
Stupid ass. Anyway, and then I look at AEW, and I have to bring up one faction in AEW that really is a head scratcher: the conglomeration. Like, what are we conglomerating, and why?
It's just a loose connection of face characters. I mean, that's what it is.
No,
But- and
it's a
that's
bunch of people
I guess
who
that's what
stand
makes
around
it-
while Mark Briscoe cuts a promo.
I guess it's kind of good in the fact that it is so intentionally awful. Like, I don't think it's even supposed to be good. It's just like, oh yeah, every now and then we need a babyface faction, so we'll just have this thing called the conglomeration, and whatever babyface is not aligned, who's standing around in the back, can just be in this conglomeration today. I don't know.
There's a funny thing for me as well.
That's what he
is
means, right? That's what it's called a conglomeration, because it's just like
conglomeration of lots of things together.
stuff together. Is it
That is the joke.
conglomeration?
That's why they have like Roddy not wanting to be part of it, and that's why they have they had that sitcom clip vignette whatever for it, just because it's just like I don't know why. By the way, what happened with all of that? And where's Kyle O'Reilly? Isn't he supposed to? I thought he was in the middle of something.
I don't know, but
Half the people are gone.
I think he's mildly injured also, or
Can we
a
also,
bruised
can we
ego,
also
or
talk
something.
about
I
the
don't know.
fact that every single one of them will say, "We run the show," and they don't run the show. They're not out there doing NWA stuff, just ruining matches and all that. NWO, sorry, and just ruining matches or whatever. They're literally not running the show ever. They just have a few vignettes.
The best faction in wrestling and the smartest faction is the Don Callis family, because they just keep adding upper mid carders, mid card to upper mid
has the most
carders
Mexicans too, so yeah.
constantly, and they have the most Mexicans, which is the best. They're the best wrestlers, and
they have 2 or 3 top guys.
Yeah, and people get hurt, and it doesn't matter because then someone else just fills in. They have like 30 people. So
I mean, it should be the Don Callis family versus AEW at this point. It should be like the.
But that's
and
there's my problem. This is what I'm trying to get
WCW
to.
versus NWO.
When you go back to the Ministry, you go back to the NWO, you go back to even D-Generation X. There was something about factions. They either defined your character like being in DX. DX wasn't necessarily a storyline. They had lots of storylines. But the whole point was they were this anti-establishment group. It defined their characters. The Judgment Day, when it started, was Edge bringing these people together and saying, like, you are the outcasts. You're the misfits. And now it's time for the misfits to pass judgment on all these people who passed judgment on you. It made sense. And I think we've gotten away from, and I don't know that AEW ever got into it, is like factions are created for a purpose. When the NWO was created, it was who's the third man? It was the outsiders. It was the people coming from the outside. But then they bring in Hogan, and it was like, okay, basically what this is it's all the ex-WWE guys that are going to F with WCW at first. And then it became an even bigger thing of like, we're the cool anti-establishment wrestling versus the establishment.
Say it.
What?
They had Sting, and Sting had to take him down for the good of mankind. Give Sting some props.
Sting.
Give Sting props for what? For being the one guy that wasn't cool enough to get in the NWO?
He stood up against them, Justin, when no one else would.
Right. So,
when everybody else
so
idly
did
stood
actually
up. Look at what happened to WCW.
Simon Dallas
Gage is
Page.
What's going on?
Stop
Why
it.
did you make Sting the
How do you
background,
change?
Byron?
I didn't
Stop
do
it,
that. I think that was Meef. I think he.
Meef has
Like you give me access.
I can't scroll in the.
Sting's not looking happy at you there.
Not happy can.
I don't know. I think what my issue with factions is, even in New Japan, we've had this issue now where it's like we were on iteration 7,457 of the Bullet Club, and it just stopped working. You know,
well, they just live on nostalgia too long, and there's not enough like spin-off or betrayal. You know, like the Don Callis family could easily. I mean, they've teased and that's the other thing too. They just tease these splits that never happened. They teased the split in the Death Riders forever, and it never happened. They've teased the split in the Don Callis family, and it's just never happened. And it's like I get long-term storytelling, but sometimes I want to see some shit happen now. You know.
And versus Roxy.
What was Jericho's group called in AEW?
Which one? The
Uh,
Jericho Appreciation
Had like
Society, the
Yes.
the
the,
Inner
the learning
Circle,
tree.
Inner Circle.
the Learning Tree.
The
Yeah,
Inner
right.
Circle. I mean,
Yeah.
it's split into the Pinnacle with MJF versus the Inner Circle. Right? Was that what happened? Why did that feel like it worked?
Because he's going to
Yeah,
I
win.
feel like the Inner Circle worked. Right?
Because they were early on, and like it felt like Jericho and his
Christmas
cronies
faction.
in the early AEW days when Jericho was a big draw to AEW. But
Wait,
he's
was
kinda
the
over.
Pinnacle first? Because I think
No,
that's,
the
that was
Pinnacle
like
was MJF's group that he started when he left the Inner Circle.
MJF.
Yeah.
Right.
Didn't
So
that whole
really,
thing
it's-
only last like a month?
So AEW
Well, and then they
could
had
last
Team
a week.
Taz.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Well-
that stuff was fun. Something about it worked
But
for
it
me.
felt
I
like
enjoyed
he
watching that stuff.
brought people up, right? Like it built. I mean, I think it built a lot of what MJF is right now too. I think that out of that, and
I mean,
it felt like
really, MJF and
evolution,
Jericho doing
kind of.
show tunes is the only reason I care about MJF. But that's just me personally.
Speaking of
Well,
Team Taz,
That was crazy.
like
Like,
Hook has the worst luck of like groups ever. He like every time he's in one, it just dissolves.
Well,
you
People
know?
go to
Team
other
Taz,
companies.
The
maybe
Ops.
you should join the Vision.
You want the kid to get hurt?
Yeah,
Oh.
Paul Heyman's dead on night one when Hook joins.
You know, my idea, one of the things that I thought would make AEW better is if Tony Khan broke the entire show into just factions and said every single person has to join one of these 4 or 5 factions. Make it almost like New Japan was in
People
the
are vying
late
for the
2010s.
shirt. Well,
And everyone has to be in a faction, and then you have this built-in more sports-like or team-like competition all the time against factions against factions, which is kind of what I feel like he's doing with Death Riders and Don Callis family right now, and occasionally the Conglomeration or the Elite, which is another kind of faction, I
Are they?
guess. I mean, they're more faction these days than the Dark Order.
Is Jack Perry
Oh,
part of the
Dark
Elite?
Order.
I also don't know who's like aligned with who. And I think part of the problem is that in especially like AEW, other than the conglomerate, I can't even say it right.
I know English, right? English language.
Yeah.
So hard.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
awful.
Okay.
Other than them, they don't even have any like other face factions. Like that's the thing too. Like there's no like
Well, the
I
Elite
wanna
is a
see-
face faction now. The Elite plus Jack Perry minus Luchasaurus is a face faction.
Who's in it? Is it Kenny? I mean, I don't even know who's in the. I mean, I know who's in the Elite, but they're like very loose. They don't do the BTE, anymore, and like, I don't know. They feel not coherent.
Well,
Like,
I don't disagree with that, but I think that that's more of an issue with the booking at AEW where they change things around all the time.
Well, actually, if you go to the website, they have them in wherever they are at, like Andrade El Idolo, Don Callis family, Alex Rayners, Dark Order. It's like Anthony.
Dark Order?
Anthony Ogogo, Shane Taylor Promotions.
Anthony Ogogo's
That's
still
right.
there.
Anthony Ogogo is in STP now. I really wanted to get Shane on this week, but I didn't have time. I was
Anthony
hoping to get him
Ogogo
black
has
every month.
had the best career in AEW ever. He gets paid. He gets treated like a name. There's like one show a year
Excuse
where
me,
they have
Anthony
to use him.
Ogogo is the name. He's a fucking gold medalist, bro.
Yeah.
If you hang out with him in London, every fucking person knows him. You cannot walk in the tube without somebody wanting to take a photo with that dude.
I would go so far as to
huge.
say that
Larger than
Anthony
life.
Ogogo is literally the most misused person in all of AEW. I think he's more misused than Scorpio Sky.
He's been employed by EW for all these years, and yeah, he'll get recognized for his gold medal. I don't know who's going to see him on the street and know that he ever worked for AEW.
I don't remember the last time he was on AEW.
When he did the weigh-in gimmick for Cody?
else that he's done in his life, because AEW,
Yeah.
since he debuted, has not really used him. I think Shane just walked by him backstage one day and was like, "Brother, what are you doing?" And Anthony was like, "Nothing." And he was like, "Okay, well, you're an STP now." I think Shane just claimed his ass.
That's awesome. Who's
Like-
gonna tell Shane no besides Justin?
Nobody is gonna tell Shane no. Nobody is saying no to
Have
that
you seen
man.
him getting slammed on a table? What do you do? What did he do to you?
Justin's the only person to ever upset.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Justin will
And
speak
it
up to
wasn't
him, see
smart.
what happens.
It was not smart. It was a very, very bad idea to upset Shane Taylor. I think even Anthony Ogogo's like, damn, I could probably box this dude, but let's just go along with whatever he says.
Yeah, just as like a quick thing, like we went to the Arsenal Stadium. Meefloaf, tell me what the name of that place is.
It's a shithole.
Very lovely people. I'd like to thank everybody for inviting me.
Oh my god.
And we couldn't do the thing that we were
Emirates.
supposed to do there because everybody kept asking him for, and he will not say no, right? So
Who,
like, "Can we take
Anthony?
a photo?" Yeah. Can we take a photo with you? Can we take a photo? And it's like, we're going live in 5, 4, 3. You know, it's like some AD got him like, no, you have to do this part now too. So he's like, I'll take photos after. Yeah, he's just huge, bro. I don't know.
I
All you
think
need
it's
to know
just
about
like,
Arsenal is type in Arsenal fan TV, and that will explain everything that is wrong with modern society.
well, and maybe part of the problem is that AEW doesn't have a real training facility or performance center. You know, not that you have to have one. I mean, Logan Paul trained mostly in his own ring in Puerto Rico, but what, like, if you have a guy like Anthony Ogogo and he's the super most athletic guy on the face of the fucking planet, like what you do is you send him to wherever your training ground is and you harness all of that athleticism. And he's got charisma too, by the way. Like, the guy's not a stick in the mud by any stretch of the imagination. He's an amazing presenter. He can talk. He can cut a promo. He can beat your ass legit. He can run the ropes like crazy. He just doesn't know 10,000 moves because nobody taught him. But if you sign that guy up and you pay him all that money, Jesus Christ, teach him how to wrestle and put him in a bunch of big
Getting
events.
Skade.
Use the
Is
hell
it Skade? Skade? Tony, how do you say it? Skade?
What do you mean?
The guy who trained Penta and Phoenix?
Skade, sí.
Skade, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you don't really need him to do 1,000 moves. Like, that's not the novelty of the guy. He's supposed to come from behind and then just like knock somebody in their face, and that, like, you know, that's it.
Put him as a mixed tag with Red Velvet. Her dad was a boxer too, and they both got big right hands.
I'm pitching that right now. Yeah, that's great. Yeah,
let's go.
Yeah,
I think it's hard though, because
Red.
he's
She
a
was in
boxer.
Cleveland a couple days ago and didn't holla. Fuck Red. Why
I
ain't you
think
holla?
it's like a character. It's
really.
it's
Thank you
tough
for that.
because he's-
Thank you for being the same scream as me when you say that.
I used to be the person who used to cause controversy on here. Justin's
We
the one.
used to.
I mean, as a boxer though, have they ever, other than like, you know, the occasional like one-off boxer coming in and, you know, wrestling and he just knocks a guy out, has there been like a boxer that has transitioned to wrestling that's made it, you know? Because it's like
Big
a
Show.
different
Big Show.
Mark Merrow.
Probably early days.
It's
like
it's like a weird, you know, it's like he can punch people, but he can't really grapple, and I wouldn't really expect him to grapple because he's a boxer, and so it's like, I don't know, it's like a weird dynamic.
I mean, Mike Tyson
Even-
is in the WWE Hall of Fame, isn't he?
Mike Tyson.
Yeah, and they can't.
Yeah.
They brought him in one time, he punched somebody out, and that was
Don't
it.
tell
It's
me
like Mike
this.
Tyson was like doing a Ronda Rousey and like, you know, wrestling, you know, full time in the E. I don't know. I
I know
it's a
Evander
weird-
Holyfield's son was on the first season of LFG. He was interesting, but he had bad knees, so I don't know. I think that's what it was.
Muhammad Ali fought Inoki. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But these are one-off special event matches. Like, as somebody being like full-time wrestler, it's just a weird dynamic. I don't, because he's known for boxing. So is he going to start grappling, or is he just going to do
Here we go.
strikes?
Justin may have mentioned him already, but Evander Holyfield competed in WWE Saturday Night's main event match against Matt Hardy in 2007.
What?
Wow.
Wow.
Well,
ChatGPT is so good nowadays.
That
Primo
makes sense.
Panera,
Neither
former
of them
world
have
heavyweight
any
boxing
knees,
champion in the 50s. Joe Lewis, apparently, 50s, 60s.
Interesting.
I mean, I guess you
Bada
put a
bing.
title on him, and then you do the Goldberg thing, and he just knocks everybody out in like one punch, and that's this whole thing.
Hang on, wasn't Butterbean at WrestleMania? Didn't he box on at WrestleMania?
Butterbean, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Butterbean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Was he a successful boxer? That's the question.
But like,
Well,
did any of these people wrestle more than like a handful of times over their career? You know, was these all special attractions?
Right,
That's
and
the-
so like,
that's what
look, if
Hulk-
you're gonna
Hulk
use
Hogan-
Anthony Ogogo, like he is, you know, Rebecca's saying, hell, put him in ROH. He is, first of all.
He is in ROH.
Shane Taylor Promotions does a lot of stuff on ROH. They hold down, I don't know, like 24% of that entire program at this point. And then there's another 25 to 26% that is anything that Johnny Mundo and MXM are doing, usually involving
Frat
Dalton
House?
Castle. That's pretty entertaining.
I've got an idea.
And then you've got
Oh,
20% of the show that's
Okay,
Athena, and then you've got another 20% of the show that is Red Velvet, and then you've got 0.00008% of the show that's Deonna Purrazzo, which is literally
What
just
about
the
Frat
one
House?
time that she wrestled for a belt and won it and hasn't been used again since. Like 4 months ago she won that belt. They created it for her. They gave her the
I've
belt.
come with an idea.
They
now.
have not let her wrestle one time since then. She's begging on Twitter for matches from her boss on
She's going
Ring
for
of
the Jade
Honor.
Cargill.
I
She's
mean,
going for the Jade
like,
Cargill.
Jade is not begging for matches. Jade is like, "Are you paying me? Cool. Do I look
Yeah.
good in this outfit? Cool. Is there anything else you need? No. Cool." That's Jade
That
Cargill.
promo
Deonna
she cut
Purrazzo
was
is like,
hilariously bad.
I'm on
need the
national
mouthpiece, man.
television
You need
ads
someone
for
like
going
him
to
on.
college while I'm a signed wrestler to your promotion. I graduated. I got a degree. I'm in their fucking commercial because I have that much time because you never use me. It's Deonna Purrazzo. She's great. Why are we not using her? And Anthony
Well, so-
Ogogo's still more misused.
So
So
sticking with
I've
your
come up
facts,
with a faction idea and a boxing idea.
go on.
All right.
We're going to relaunch the LWO with Canelo Alvarez.
Oh my god.
Mr.
Because
Cinnamon.
Canelo Alvarez with a live
Cinnamon
mic
Alvarez.
is all we ever need.
What? And they're going to have like a mouthpiece as well, like Bad Bunny as well? Why not?
Nah, fuck Bad Bunny. We'll have Canelo Alvarez.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
My boy Bad Bunny.
You got to choose between Bad Bunny in
He's
a
got a
ring
cow.
and Canelo Alvarez.
That is still one of the
Who
best
you
pops at a pay-per-view, man. That was a great pop, man,
Come on.
when he came out.
Come on.
Bad Bunny was amazing. I wanted to
amazing.
hate
Bad
everything
Bunny's-
about
Bad
that,
Bunny's
and I
with-
loved everything about it.
But Damien Priest is homeboy. You know.
I think the
Unless Damien
LWO
Priest is going
should
to join the
come
LWO
back.
so he has something to do.
Well, let's
I think the LWO should come back, but it should be Rey Mysterio, it should be Dragon Lee, it should be the Lucha Bros, it should be all the masked luchadors that are WWE signed talent.
Can
Not
we
anybody
not
else.
do more nostalgia? Can we just but that's more faction nostalgia, like you
But
know.
man, I'm a
just
wrestling
like,
But now
fan.
they have a
I'm a
reason.
wrestling
They
fan
have
that
a reason,
believes in
because
making
they are
money, and the LWO
You
shirt
just-
that faction will
why
sell.
can't they be a different luchador faction? Like, why can't they get creative with and do something different? Like that, I just
Do
feel
you
like
think,
once
how many
you start-
Spanish words do you
put
think
team title.
WWE knows? How many Spanish words do you think they know? Do you think
I
they
don't
can come up
know.
with a cool?
I know a lot more now that they've taken over AAA, but like,
Not
No,
taking
they
over.
don't.
They bought it. This is different.
And that's my whole
Yeah.
thing. If you do it now, if you do it again now, you give it one more run. I think it does give the rub to AAA. I think it helps out a lot. I think you sell a gamillion T-shirts now because you take them to all the
Especially.
AAA events. You can take your LWO shirts to AAA events and sell them, not bootleg.
they should do like
For the first
a
time ever.
they should do like a
And
big
also what you
timer
do is-
thing with it. You know, bring all the
The
guys
other
from
thing
the
that you do-
WWE down, and you know, act like
If
they
you
big
super
They
time.
already
smart.
are.
But if you're super smart, you get involved with Charlie and get Charlie making gear because Charlie make the best
Charlie.
football shirts, and they could be making trainers and stuff with the wrestlers on them, and you would make so much money.
Trainers are
Which brings us to the
tennis
next
shoes for those of
topic,
us
which
who
is
are
about
in
WrestleMania
America.
tickets.
Oh god.
again.
Well, okay, so last thing I want to finish up with this faction thing is, what is the best faction right now, and what is the best faction of all time? We're starting with Comatose, so hold your tongue, Meefloaf. Coma, what is the best faction right now, and what is the best faction of all time, in your opinion?
Oh man, it's to say one. It's kind of hard because I'm still stuck in that attitude era where it's like the Ministry, DX, and the Corporation. To me, that was the best stable like battle. You know, like you had so many individual wrestlers within these. I call them more gangs and stables. You know what I mean? But that was just when it was at its peak for me. Yeah, I can't. It's one of those two. Ministry.
All right, Ministry.
With Naked Gideon?
Naked Gideon, naturally.
No,
100% Naked Gideon.
Viscera.
You took my
Meefloaf. What's your so Coma, but what about right now? What do you think is there a good
I
one
think
right
he's
now?
answered it.
Is there a good one? Not for me.
Okay.
Honestly, I couldn't really pick anything at the moment. I like the Judgment Day when it was happening, but yeah, as of right now, I don't really have a favorite stable. Man, I don't think you can call anything a stable right now.
What do you got for me, Meef?
What's that? Okay, so
Meef, do you know what we're talking about?
Yeah, more than you do, you fuckwit.
I know what we're talking about. I'm just waiting my turn to talk like a gentleman.
Jesus Christ! I'm going to say word for Justin, you wanker. The
Wanker!
You can't say that. We're still in the first 10 minutes of the show.
I'm from Britain. Well, not but Byron 30th minute.
What around the road?
Yeah, I'll use the C word if you want.
No, we're good.
I was about to drop it. Why can't we say it? We're international.
Coffee.
Yeah. So the one at the minute, there isn't one that you like. There just isn't. Everyone's pointless. Of all time, everybody wanted to be DX when they were my age. To be fair, it is like the height of it. I did absolutely love LWO in WCW because it had basically all the guys I watched WCW for after Sting and Raven. The Flock, fuck it, the Flock. I love the Flock. There we go.
The Flock was great.
The Flock were fantastic. Even Scotty Riggs.
Scotty Riggs.
Okay, that's
you know what's great? Billy Kidman could
yeah.
never stop scratching himself, and his finish was called the 7-year itch. It's great, and his shooting star was the most like roll the dice, hope he doesn't kill himself move in wrestling.
Hope he doesn't kill somebody else move.
I mean,
he
got around.
nearly decapitated himself a few times.
All right, a sack of potatoes.
At Bear Brennan, what do you got for me?
I'm gonna cheat a little bit just because the two of them together really brought me back into wrestling. But the Wyatts and the Shield, just that time when they were both so big, and then you finally saw them, come, up against each other, and that was cool, and then the Shield in general, just they're right now probably created three of the biggest names in wrestling right now, across two promotions.
Is all time, and these are your guys' answers?
Oh, actually, can I? Is the Click actually
keep going.
What?
The Click classified as a
I don't know
stable?
if the Click really counts or not. Does the Click count, Byron?
Yeah, that's DX.
Yeah.
The same thing.
I'll take that one. Thanks. Lock it in.
Yeah, but the Click is bigger than DX because Hall and Nash were considered
NWO.
Click too.
But on
Yeah,
the
they
front
are.
line-
They went for an NWO. Yeah.
All right. So, Bear, anyone currently? What of the schlocky factions that are around right now would you give it to, if you had to?
It's tough because the one that I really liked and then they fucked it up was the
Elegance brand.
Ops.
Yeah, I know.
No, I like the Ops. They were cool. I like Joe. I like Hook. That then. Joe's gone. Hook's there. I don't know what they're doing with it. I guess Some of the stuff that AEW is doing on their lower stuff, like the frat house, is fun. I really like the frat house.
The who?
Oh, the frat
boys.
house is fun.
Oh.
They're not like a good TV act, but they're good
Preston
for
Van
like a
Ness.
live
no
show
one
thing.
remembered him until now.
Yeah, they're fun.
They're good, and
Johnny,
when
Johnny,
they on the pre-show and they get beat up by the celebrity guest and the Costco guy, it's a good time.
It's good. It's fun. I mean, that's kind of the state of the factions is when you're like, yeah, the frat house is fun. I guess.
But they serve their purpose. They do what they're supposed to do really well, which is make an ass out of themselves so they can get beat up.
And then they're hanging out with Blue. They're hanging out with the Blue Meanie. That was fun. That whole Blue Meanie segment that they were doing a couple months ago.
Yeah. Sometimes you need a group of people like that on your show that isn't so serious or rigid, so you can bring in cameos and have them be featured and stuff.
I forgot about the full-blooded Italians. Oh,
I was going to actually FBI's on my list, but Byron, okay, give me yours. What do you got? You made fun of everybody else's. What do you got?
Yeah, everyone else said dumb ones. Okay, first of all, the Dangerous Alliance was awesome. It wasn't even used as long as it should have been, but the Dangerous Alliance was incredible. No one's saying the Four Horsemen. You're a bunch of idiots. All right, any rendition of the Four Horsemen without Lex Luger was awesome. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, I wanted to say Heart Foundation.
He's looking at a screen right now. He's like,
no. Those are my two. Those are my two series.
What else did
GPT
come up with?
None of us did this for the list.
Those are my two serious answers. Dangerous Alliance. But my gag answer is going to be the main event Mafia.
I thought you were going to say 3 count though, so we're all good.
I loved 3 count. I loved 2-minute warning. I really wish they did more with 2-minute warning.
Is there any faction that you're thinking right now, Byron?
I couldn't tell you anything right now just because it's been so fluid. People get injured and taken off TV. I like everything that's happening right now on TV, but like as an alliance or like a group of people or faction, I don't know. I don't know.
I understand you. I get it. You like to keep things gender fluid. Okay, Tony, what do you got for me?
Los Perros del Mal.
Yep.
Okay, that's a good one.
Los Brazos.
Yeah. Los Brazos. Oh fuck yeah, bro. Yeah.
Villanos.
Yeah, I think but I'm gonna say Los Perros del Mal because I think they even if I don't know. Because it had like 1 billion people on it, like seriously. I think Penta was there at one point. Perro Guayo Jr., of course.
Yeah.
Daga, who like just so many people.
Your leader.
Even Liz was part of it, right?
Phantasma was there.
But just the impact, you still see the shirts on people, like you in Mexico. Like here, you will still see the shirts on people, like the NWA shirts. Like the NWA shirts, like just the same level. And they were in both companies. They were in Consejo and then they were in AAA. So they're a crossover act. I mean, it's just like,
Did they have their own promotion as well?
I think they had their own promotion at one point.
You still see Penta used to have he used to have their claw mark on his mask, and you could definitely tell. You could see his tattoo of it as well.
Well, the Garzas both still have, because Garza Jr. was in, wasn't he?
Yeah,
in the original.
Well, and also at one point during a recent AAA show, somebody pointed out at the sign. It was Phantasma, right?
Phantasma did when he,
right? Yeah. So yeah, I think that's impact here in Mexico, probably in the, and also just because of the tragedy, it lives there, right? So it lives there, and
anything you
I don't know. I hope it gets, valued more, probably, because I do think that was an NWO kind of level of shit. So, and currently, I guess the Don Callis family, but that's just because that's the only consistent stuff, and it has the most Mexicans. And
I mean,
and,
the Don
and you
Callis
laugh
family.
at the consistency, but that is true. That
But
is
it's
the
so
most
true. I'm laughing because it's true. It's only funny because it's true.
Yeah.
So for me, it's kind of a tie. I mean, I really feel like historically, I have to say NWO and Bullet Club, I think, had the most impact on me. Like, I don't want to say NWO now because of where it all went, but man, there had to have been, I don't know, 40 weeks in a row where I was glued to WCW programming just because of the NWO. I had stopped watching wrestling when Sergeant Slaughter turned when I was a kid, and I came back when Hulk Hogan turned when I was in college. Like, that was a big friggin' deal, and that NWO thing brought me back to wrestling. But also the Bullet Club was like the impact, the amount of merchandise. But if you're talking about my personal favorites, my two personal favorites are the big Dudley family in ECW, not just Devon and Bubba.
Sign guy.
I'm talking with Sign Guy and the other. We're like when Bubba and Devon came in and they were the scrubs. Like, no one thought anyone was going to do anything with them. Bubba was a stuttering prick standing in the back of the Dudley family. And then when he finally started cutting these promos, he would cut the best promos. And, like, I don't even know if I like Bubba as a person, but, oh, my God, that character, just the best. Like, all the stuff.
How many Dudleys were actually in the family? Because there was a fair few of them. Like,
I think there's been 12 total that were official Dudley family members in the ECW days. Yeah. And then another one of my all-time favorite factions is the Reptile Tribe from Lucha Underground, because again, Lucha Underground brought me back to wrestling, and that faction was just super cool. And where it got to at the end with Thunder and Daga and Sammy Callahan, like, just good stuff. Like, I enjoyed all
11
of it. 11
members of the Dudley family.
11. Wow.
Didn't know where it was going to go. And honestly, part of it was because both of those two factions, the Reptile Tribe and the Dudleys, had really unexpected members. So it kind of gave you the best of both worlds, where they were storyline factions, but they were also character-driven factions like a DX was. So you kind of had the best of both worlds to me. So those were mine. And currently, I like the stuff that JC Jane's doing with her girls, and I like, Los Toxicas. I mean, who doesn't? And I do have to give it up for the Callis family, because when that music hits and they come out, I'm interested in what's going to happen next. I'm not as interested when the Death Riders come out and face them, but I'm interested when they come out. And then the fact that you still have Okada and Fletcher and Takeshita in there, like, we're almost forgetting that they're part of the Don Callis family. Those are three serious top guys, in my opinion. I think you've got Okada, who was, who's been a top guy, who's, coming down from the mountain. You've got Kyle Fletcher, who's really right on the side of the top of the mountain. And then you've got Takeshita, who's running up the mountain right behind him. Like, those are three big names in wrestling to me. And I think that you got to give it up for any faction that has that, along with just a myriad of other talent. When you've got Andrade in there, and you've got Ares in there, and you've got Jesus Christ, the
Josh Alexander,
Josh Alexander, Davis,
Lance Archer,
Lance. Oh my God,
Cage.
my boy, Lance Archer. Please,
Lance Archer.
let Lance have one match a month. I'm only asking for one a month. That's 12 a year, TK. Lance Archer. I don't care if it's Collision, Ring of Honor, or AEW. Lance Archer needs to wrestle a match. Everybody dies. Come on, man. One a month. That's it.
I want to see it's throw people in trash cans and up into the ceiling again in the locker rooms. That was a lot of fun.
Will you?
If you watch, come out to the ring and just like throw somebody off the ramp, that was like.
He used to when he would do squash matches, he would carry his opponent to the ring already beaten up, It was awesome.
Brian
There
Cage,
was one group
Hilarious.
that were one of the biggest groups in like 2016, the indie days,
Who's this?
that we've not said. And I'm not going to say the name. Tony can say the name. Rouge, La Mascara, and Sombra.
Los Ingobernables.
Listen, go
Los
Bernal.
Ingobernables.
They
La
were so
Pasión
big.
Ingobernable. But
Yeah.
I have a problem with La
Ungovernable.
Pasión. Like, I think they're very inconsistent throughout their run. Like, if they
They're
had made
never
an
all
impact in
healthy at the same
AEW,
time. You have to have a. They're the other version of the Vision.
nothing
And
is
let's
that
talk
like
about
that bad.
because I'm
That's
just going to give
karma.
you my I'm going to give you my drop of the
Wow.
week right now because we're talking about factions.
He's
So-
lemon
Oh,
pepper.
we're skipping ahead.
Wow, so we just don't care about the. Okay, go ahead, man.
I'm just giving my drop of the week now. It's relevant. We can do them all right now if you want. I don't care. My
Oh,
drop
I
of the
have my
week is-
answer. I have my answer for the best faction.
See,
My
this is
favorite
what
faction
happens when
going
you
on
do stuff
today.
like that. You encourage this guy to do this kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
You
What do
got
you mean?
that
You did it
other
first.
one.
My favorite faction right now going on is Hate and Stardom. Sai
Okay.
Kamatani and everyone,
That's
it started
solid.
off
He
as like
spent the last 10 minutes Googling.
it looked like it was, no, I just
No,
was
I actually
forgetting
agree with him,
everything
though.
that
That's a
was
good
going on.
Googling to look cool for the internet.
It started off as like it
Fantastic.
looked like it was going to be a hot topic. Oh, we're going to have a
Looking
bunch
good.
of heels
Looking
wear
good,
black
boys.
t-shirts,
Stop
but
dressing
it's
like a
really turned
13-year-old.
into
Come on.
something.
Hey,
All
do
right,
they make
so
these? Do they make these
my drop of
glasses
the
for
week-
men?
My drop of the week is Jey Uso, and I'll tell you why.
Dude,
I mean,
wait,
it
no, you
could-
cannot make that every week.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. Jey Uso could be your drop of the week every week, but so here's what happened: Bronson Reed dives into the ring to break up this pin in the middle of the main event or whatever, and Bronson Reed gets hurt. He hurts himself real bad. They drag him out, whatever. He tore his bicep. That shit goes rolls up in his arm. Totally disgusting, whatever. And, so Jey Uso goes, "Oh, Us, what happened?" And then the ref says,
That's good.
"Jay, they're telling me you're gonna win now." And Jay's like, "No, man, oh." So Jay gets the win, and at the end of the match, it's dun, 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 dun. It's just me, Us, day one ish. And what does
It's
Jay
test.
do? He gives the boo boo face, like he's all upset that he just won a chance to potentially go on to a WrestleMania match if he wins Elimination Chamber. Like, can
Yeah,
you
but now he's
stay
got to be
in
an
character?
elimination chamber.
No, because he doesn't
He's
want to.
looking for the tag.
He
He's looking
doesn't
for the
want to
tag.
get there again. He knows that he cannot do
He doesn't
that.
want to expel any more energy. He doesn't have a lot of
Well,
energy
we
to
don't
give.
want to lose. Oh.
He doesn't
Tag
want to have to
matches
do any
have to be so
crazy
much
stuff
easier.
in the elimination chamber. Now they're going to
He
make
needs
him
it-
jump
he needs
off
it-
the
he needs it.
chamber.
He's just
I
puffer,
don't
mate.
care
So
Oh,
if
can you imagine how
Bronson
bad
Reed
he's just
is
going to
your
flop off
best
it? He's going to probably go
friend.
to jump and just slip.
If Bronson Reed is your best friend and he gets hurt in a match that you're in, that's a three-way match, and the ref says, "Hey, we're changing the go home, you get the pin." Fool, act like it's something important. This is your job. Do you know how much money Jey Uso makes to act?
No, but the
This
thing
is his
is,
Jey Uso
job.
know how much money he makes.
if Jey
It's your
Uso is in
job,
a
Jey.
singles match, if Jay is in a
Oh,
singles
God.
match, he has to remember everything he has to do himself. He has to also remember how to do the moves. When he's in a tag match, he could always ask his brother, "Hey, how do you do a neck breaker again?" You know
This
what I
is
mean?
the problem. This is the
But it's
problem.
too
So
fucked
do you know
up.
what's going to happen? He's going to spend like the half an hour he's in that cell, and he'll be the last person released. He'll just
Do
be
you know why
doing
he
running
keeps
it back.
doing
It's just going to be 30
Trying to
minutes. It's
remember
going to
what
be
he
like a
has
New
to do
Jack
next.
match that lasts an hour.
I hope they leave him
That's
in there the
his
whole
breath,
time with
though.
him just going.
And then wait
Hey,
for it.
what
Then
was
wait
up?
for it, and he goes.
Wait, so
The
he's gonna
power-
be in the chamber, right? He's gonna be inside the chamber.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you guys see?
Okay, so this is gonna. Okay, so you just. I mean, we're gonna do a watch along. So
Clearly,
just
it
so
was
you guys
supposed to be
know,
Bronson that was going to the chamber, or something else was supposed to happen because Jay
Yeah.
got the
I would've
word,
put him in.
and Jay was like, "Oh, I don't want to win. I
well,
just
they
want
can
the
write him off
main
from
event, Jay
SmackDown, I
Uso.
guess.
I don't want to actually have to wrestle in the main event.
You probably have
Damn,
plans.
Bruce.
on it.
It's too
I just
much
wanted to
work.
smoke weed in Chicago. I didn't want to have to wrestle. I was gonna go hang out with
Saturday is
you
gonna be
Sunday.
this. So, 10 minutes,
Don't
20,
run it
25
back.
minutes
Don't
of
run it
this.
back. Don't run it back. Don't run it back.
I mean,
gonna
they
skip
really
that
should take main event away from his name, shouldn't they? Unless
Main
that's
event
the show he should
disappointment.
be wrestling on. No, he should be wrestling
Lower
on main event.
mid-card event, Jey Uso.
That's it. That's it.
Mid-carder.
You know what they should do?
Mid-card Jey Uso.
They should buy the name
You can't take it.
Botchamania from Matthew and give it to Jey Uso. Botchamania, Jey Uso.
Yeah,
And you can watch
Just
his
release a
clip on his
DVD of his
shoelaces.
greatest hits.
Do we want to make our pick for Elimination Chamber? Who do you think's gonna win?
Well, we'll get there, but I gotta say this: since we're talking about Jey Uso and his boo-boo face, you know what can fix it.
That's a good segment.
Y'all know exactly what could fix Jey Uso's boo-boo face. It's that home face treatment. You got that home face treatment. Woo-hoo.
I actually have it on
This
right
is
now. I had
Rebecca's
a shower
favorite
earlier
segment.
on. And I used the stuff after I had a shower.
Wow.
I was going to say,
Mid-card.
you are correct,
You're
Rebecca.
insulting mid-carders when you call Jay one. Damn.
That's because Rebecca's a day one-ish. Day one. Oops.
She was like Akira Zawa does
Run
not
it back,
like it when you
run it
call
back.
Jay Uso a mid-carder.
Jey
Match
Uso is
one,
out
Jey
already.
Uso.
She
you
just
guys know
welcomed
what's in
Jay
this
to the
little bag?
Rebecca Penitentiary.
Do you guys know what's in this little bag? Should I unzip it? Should I
Why
open the
don't you
bag?
tell us?
Meefloaf is excited because Meefloaf already got next month's product, but I'm still talking about this one.
I've used next
Because
month's
first you
product.
got to
and
bust
it's very
out the
good.
one.
Oh,
You guys know what the one is? Hold on, let me do it like this. Let me do it like this.
Day one.
Wait, where am I at? How do I do? Oh,
you're right there.
Y'all know what the
Dixie
one
girl.
is? That's the daily face wash. That means day. You put this jazz on.
You
Look,
got
I'm
the
glowing
upward
today, man.
circles.
Day
You know why
one
I'm glowing,
Uso.
Byron?
Why are you glowing?
It's the number 4, but we got to get through the other steps first. So number 1, this is the daily face wash. You get a little bit of this on here. You do this with the upward motion. Apparently that helps you exfoliate the pores better, to use an upward circular motion.
And you want to go against where the wrinkles are forming too. So like on your neck, you do a little bit up like that.
Right.
Nothing too. Don't shake it up too much. You know what I mean? Be
Yeah, and
gentle.
don't rub it down.
Whoa.
It's an upward motion. Okay. And then when that's done, after you dab, don't rub, don't scrub, because then your face gets red. You dab. After you wash your face with face wash, you give a little spritz right here.
Oh, my
Number
eyeballs!
2. That is the herbal spray toner. That's the number
That
2.
stuff is so
That's the
good.
deuce. You cannot front on the deuce. Do not skip to the 4 without the deuce. Okay. Not dropping a
Stages
deuce.
for a
That
reason.
would be Casey. That would be whatever Casey's doing. Casey, you need to be spritzing the deuce. Okay. Not
Whoa,
dropping the deuce.
Easy.
AC reference.
And then the one that Byron always skips, clearly,
Oh,
What?
that's the age
Oh.
defense serum.
I doubled down on that. I need it.
It's a wipe. It's a nice fresh
You
little
need to
wipe.
take a double shot of that, old man.
And you
And
want
then-
the stuff to dry, so give about a minute in between
Yeah,
applications.
between
as
the
well.
applications of each, yes.
I'm telling you, Rebecca, the reason why I'm looking better today is I had a fresh application at about 4 p.m. of all this goodness right here.
Oh.
And then we got to get to my favorite. You know what my favorite one is? It's that glow up. It's that number 4.
Oh, yeah.
That's the face moisturizer right there.
With hazelnut.
Hydrates, nourishes. Okay? Herbal
Moist.
Face
extract,
moisture Oos.
Moist.
moist. That's the one right there.
You be moister than an oyster.
And this is all in a neat travel size kit right here. I don't know if they're still doing it right now, but I think we even got some sunblock as a little bonus with that little SPF 30. Byron needs that love right there. But you got to jump on this. Use our code MMM20 for 20% off and free shipping at homeface.com. Yes, the H is silent. Homeface. That's HOMMEFACE.com. Homeface.com, right? Don't forget, Homeface offers the best in class skin, hair, and body care solutions for men, powered by K-Beauty technology. Homeface products are 100% vegan, Leaping Bunny certified, cruelty-free, and crafted with clean, skin-friendly ingredients. And that's right, for a limited time only. Over there, use that code MMM20 for 20% off and free shipping.
That's MMM20 for 20% off. Oh,
that's right.
I've got to say as well.
I gotta say, I've been
With it
using
being
it. I know that I'm
stepped.
wearing like a whole bunch of stuff right now, but I mean, you know that I use a lot of product normally, but I have been noticing a significant change.
You're so radiant.
You know what? In what I have like a little bit of freckles over here. In Spanish we call it baño. I don't know why I call that. That's what it's called. But that has equalized like across my skin. It looks really nice. And it feels really good too.
Your skins feel so smooth, doesn't it?
Yes,
So
your
filled
skin
in.
feels so smooth. Yes, girls love it too, though. You know.
But I will say the other thing with it as well, with it being stepped. So like, if you're a guy who doesn't know what the hell to do, because let's be honest, some of us haven't been raised with known skincare procedures, and we have to try and find out. It comes with a manual, basically. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4.
They put numbers on it. And they idiot-proofed it. Even Byron can use this stuff, guys. So, homeface.com.
And he's a hip, cool teenager.
Double down on
Hit
that.
up this bag. What was our product last month, guys? It was the hydrating face mask.
It was the face mask.
Face mask.
Those are
I
amazing.
still got one left. I'm gonna have to order some more. I'm gonna have to use the code my damn self, which I did last month because I bought more of the big bottle of face wash.
Wait until you see next month.
Ooh, teaser.
What was that code again?
All right, and we're back. So, a couple other things I wanted to talk about. Let's talk about Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Should we talk about Vincent Kennedy?
Let's talk about it.
That was kind of cool
No
seeing him
chance.
Let's
drive
talk about
into a guardrail at 100 miles per hour.
Have
Too
you
bad he
watched
was
this
flying.
video? Have you guys watched this
Casey's
video? So
impression.
Vince McMahon drives into a tree. The officer pulls him over. He's like, "You were going kind of fast," and he's like, "Yeah, these Bentleys are kind of fast." Like, it was the whitest conversation I've ever heard in my entire life. You guys have to understand, this was the most interesting look inside of a vehicular stop that I've ever seen, because I don't get the privilege of knowing how white people interact when they get stopped doing 110 miles an hour in a Bentley.
It's blatant too. Blatant.
Yeah. So why do you use miles per hour then?
To know how fast it was going.
What do
But don't you guys use kilometers?
That's
Do
a
you guys not use
dumb.
kilometers?
No,
No,
they
they're on
don't.
some
Bro.
other
Come on.
metric
They
system,
don't know
yes.
what that is.
No
We don't
idea.
do
That's
metric
base
system.
10.
Could
Who
never-
likes base 10?
America.
I
Nah,
thought you
let's
guys
make
were
it
doing-
difficult.
using the backwards way of doing things.
Base 10, that would make far too much sense. Why would we ever do that? No, thank you.
It's effectively the same
miles
anyway.
per hour
so-
it is 110 miles an hour, which is, I don't know, what, like 207 million kilometers an
Fucking
hour?
fast.
No, it's not
It's
that crazy.
really fucking fast. It's fast, guys. That is
It's
the
too
speed
fast.
that you have to go to be on the bank of a NASCAR
He
track.
was not going
It's
that fast.
177.
He was only going 177 kilometers per hour.
This is why elderly people should not be
1.6
driving.
kilometers.
Technically, like time travel, I
1.6.
think. You know, you're
Yeah.
on the brink of time travel.
Elderly people should not be driving. This is why.
So, and here's the other crazy part of the story. He was rushing to get to a phone call from Saudi Arabia to see if he could buy back the WWE.
I really hope it
Are
happens
we
because I want to see
serious
that
right now,
raw.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon?
so
Are we
good.
serious?
Or was
Yeah,
it really his
fucking-
You know
granddaughter's
what?
birthday?
That
What
would
was
be
it?
Well, he clearly saw the WrestleMania ticket sales and
Yeah.
realized
TKO
that
had
they could.
one
He
chance.
might be able to sweep in and buy cheap.
Buy low. I guess so, man. It's
Or was
definitely
this a
time to buy
suicide
low.
attempt, mate? Sound like a suicide attempt.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
I would have loved it if his
I don't
car
know.
exploded and then next week he came out and had bought Raw.
Stone Cold comes out.
And,
He's
and
like,
if I'm
"That's
not
finally busted."
mistaken, he's taking fashion cues from Pepe Le Pew now, right?
Yes, what the
It's
hell's
he's-
going on,
it's like
man?
I mean, I'm just glad he got
British
rid
was
of whatever
better.
that creeper mustache he had going on
No.
before that.
No,
Yeah, that
no,
was fucking creepy.
no,
That
no,
was
no, no, no,
creepy.
no. Bear. That was a warning label. That's what you don't understand. We needed that on him.
I don't know if you need a warning label on him. He
That was
just
straight
looks
out of
like
He might
that
know.
always.
I don't know if I don't get it. And here's my problem. I mean, I'm a little older than most of you gentlemen.
a lot.
I grew
A
up in an
little.
era where that was called rock and wrestling. I don't know if you guys have heard of this before. Have you guys heard of the rock and wrestling era?
Byron's just
Yeah.
Googling it, so he knows all about
Are you
it.
talking about
My
the
grandfather
Rock?
Tell me about that.
No, I remember
Dwayne The
when they would do music videos and it was super lame.
Like
What's
Cyndi
that?
Lauper, Mr. T,
Cindy Lauper was awesome.
WrestleMania
She should
1.
be in the Hall of Fame.
Vince McMahon when he was the mild-mannered lead announce guy on
We need
wrestling.
that guy.
He was
Is
the
that the one where
nerd.
he's doing
Nobody
the
even
show
knew
tunes
he
and he's
owned the
dancing?
company.
It was the Michael
We
Cole.
didn't know. We had no idea that
No,
the
come on.
nerdy guy, the Michael Cole guy, was actually the owner of the company. None of us
I'll
had
be
a
right
clue.
back.
And then
Sorry.
Byron's
it's
got to do
just
some
I'll be
work.
screwing him on
weird
soon,
for
man.
me that my wrestling childhood has been just absolutely ruined. Well, Tony just tripped over a cable. He doesn't want to talk about Vince McMahon at all. So
Tony's gone to meet Vince.
yeah, he's like,
Well, Byron's
you
gonna
can't
make
disparage
fucking
my Vince McMahon. I'm out of here. That's my dude.
Tony's
That's
got to
Vince
go in
identity,
Triple A at
you.
the end of the evening.
I'm kind of surprised that Vince didn't buy AAA. You know,
Okay, so let me give you some insight into this. I had a conversation with Conan a while back, and I can't tell you about all of it, but Conan was telling me for years they had been going back and forth with Vince about this AAA thing, and Vince would dip his toes in and then take them back out, and then he would want to do something and then he wouldn't want to do something. Vince didn't understand how they did TV down there, so he didn't know, like, because he wasn't interested in bringing the product up here per se, but he was trying to figure out the TV rights down there, and he just didn't, he never got it enough. And literally the vision that Conan was telling me about for this, and this was right kind of towards the beginning of the pandemic, when Conan was telling me about the 10-year history of Vince being involved with Marcella and Dorian and trying to potentially do some stuff with AAA. And then but the vision that Conan told me is literally exactly what AAA is right now. I thought he was so full of shit. I did not believe a word that was coming out. I was like, yeah, Conan, that's never going to happen. AAA is never going to be that product. It's never going to be like that. It's never going to be this hybrid thing. Like Lucha Underground was the best it'll ever be, this, that, and the other thing. And he was like, no, if Lucha Underground could have just been like this, and this, and this. What Conan always wanted from Lucha Underground is what AAA is right now. This is literally a vision that Conan and Dorian and Vincent Kennedy McMahon had like a decade ago. It just took other people to bring it to life.
Do you
The thing is,
honestly
when you look at AAA, it is the ultimate, like how camp and wonderful and magical it is. It's like it is Vince's ultimate wet dream. Like, how did he not buy it back in the day? Because, like, he would have loved a Pimpy.
He would have loved it in 1997. And that's part of the problem, because by the time that Vince got around to looking into it, he was cynical. His ideas had started to dry up, because we have to look at what's going on right now. And I wish Byron and Tony were here, because this is the point that I really wanted to get to today in general.
Oh, say his name.
I'm here for you.
And
I'm
he
here for you, brother.
appears.
I believe
What up?
having fever.
Byron.
I was just off camera doing 1,000 push-ups.
Yeah, with man deep underneath.
So here's my new theory
Who's
that I
Mandy?
cracked today. And Arturo, clip this, because this is going to be good. WWE
Phoenix.
right now is the son of a bitch. Let me try it again. WWE right now is the last 3 seasons of Game of Thrones. They ran out of source material. Triple H was Benioff and Weiss with great source
Yeah?
material for the first 4 seasons. Because everything that we thought was great about Triple H was him finishing off Vince ideas that Vince could not finish.
Well,
He ran out
I don't
of them.
know.
They're all
Triple
gone.
H has
know
been
about
finished
that.
with Vince, has he?
I think it's that Triple H had ideas for what to do, and he only had like a very select few of them. And now that he's gotten past like the idea of like this is amazing, he has nowhere
But
to
that's what
go
I'm
with
saying.
it.
He's Game of
I know
Thrones.
what
He's the
Doug said.
last season. Triple H is
Oh,
in the
sure.
last season of Game of Thrones right now. He ran out of source material.
There's
He
incest.
always knew what the better version of Vince's idea was. That was
Does
what
Vince-
Oh,
was
sure.
genius about
I
Triple
see
H.
what you're saying.
Does
Yeah.
Vince still have his finger in the pie? Honestly, do you reckon
Look-
he still has his finger in the pie?
No,
Even though
he
he's-
doesn't. He really
Right,
doesn't.
that's what we all. That's
If
what
he
we're meant to
would,
think,
we
right?
would not
That's
be in
what
the
we're meant to
situation
think.
that we're in right now.
But
And I
that
think
gets
this is
back
part
to
of the
my
problem. I
faction
think-
thing.
Vince having his finger in the pie is the reason he's in a bit of trouble.
But
I
that gets back to
Triple
my
H is a
faction
guy
thing
like
because I
me.
think
He's a guy that is really good at making somebody else's idea work. I am very much like this. I don't necessarily come up with the best ideas, but I'm a great showrunner because if other people have ideas, I can make them actually work the right way. I think Triple H is one of those guys, and I think he was brilliant. But Cody finished his story. And don't forget, Vince gave Triple H Cody. That was not Triple H's idea. Triple H did not want Cody. Vince gave him Cody. Vince gave him LA Knight. Vince gave him
Oh,
the
what you fucking
Bloodline.
do?
Vince gave
Austin
him
Theory.
Austin Theory. He gave him Damian Priest. Vince gave him the Judgment Day. Edge and Vince came up with that, not Triple H. If you think about it, it is the last few seasons of Game of Thrones. They had this
Triple
great
H
thing
gave us
thrown in their
Tommaso
lap,
Ciampa.
but when it wasn't mapped out, they couldn't finish it off the right way. They finished it off their own way, and then it got dull and sloppy, and there was less episodes, and they couldn't really flesh it out as much. When you had Vince's initial ridiculous ideas, and then you had Triple H and Paul Heyman and those guys and Michael Hayes and whoever else coming in and finishing them off, that was a better scenario and made much better by Vince being out of the way, where Vince couldn't tell you how to finish it and go back on it and shove something else down your throat like, no, we got to do it again. He's got to puke, whatever. You didn't have
I always
that
gotta
part of
say
it.
something, man. You always do a great Vince. Like I just
Oh,
But
you
is
just
it- is it-
for the Vince.
Can you do the strut as well?
I mean, all right. So I have
What's
a question.
specifically
Is
about
it end
Okay,
of-
Bear is losing his mind. Can we
Bushwhacker.
please let him finish his thoughts?
Well, I just all right. Is it the end of Game of Thrones, or is it one of those shows that finished and they said, "Well, we need to stretch this out another 3 seasons because it's money"? That you see a lot of, because like
Came
you
back
said,
after
That's the
Cody
whole
finished this.
thing. Wrestling never ends, so you have to find a formula that.
No, I
in
know,
a
but
cycle.
everything that WWE has been doing is just spinning their wheels and
Stays
treading
alive.
water. Nothing feels inherently new or fresh at all. It feels like the same things that have been repeating. You still have the Judgment Day there, but now they're just kind of watered down. You still have the Bloodline there, but it's still kind of watered down. You still
What
have
was
the
the
Wyatt
last
family
thing?
there.
What was the last thing that Triple H creatively ran that was that he created that he had
Everything
control
up-
over?
Everything up to WrestlePalooza.
Sami
Then it
Zayn
feels like
losing
every
in
pay per view
Saudi.
since WrestlePalooza, Vince has had his finger in the pie. That's what it feels like to me, honestly. I think Triple H.
Yeah,
Triple H
you know who
run for a
created
bit up to
WrestlePalooza? Triple
Up
H.
First
until then.
wrestling,
And then it's just gone
first
downhill.
wrestling, first wrestling in Minneapolis.
Did
that was their
did
show.
anybody enjoy the video I sent of Paul Heyman?
I haven't
Where he
watched
pushed down the
WrestleMania.
kid.
So no, what he said was like
Oh, from
he's
Busted
the
Open?
loudest person in the room who keeps on saying, "Why are we concentrating on? No one's talking about the Saudi Mania." He's like, that's what we book Saudi Mania and we work backwards,
Yeah.
and we'll get a good WrestleMania this year because each WrestleMania is building to the next one. And he said, but no one's talking about it. So he's like, they're all trying to hodgepodge
Yeah,
this.
because the last one built to this, and the last one was shit. That's part of the problem. And the last one was centered around a guy that they retired. The big buildup was John Cena.
Yeah.
The big buildup was Cody finished his story. Not he's finishing his story, and part of the problem right now is Vince knew how to break our hearts. These guys only know how to work towards the pop. Vince was a sadistic, cynical son of a bitch who would work towards breaking your heart first. And then 3 years later, he would give you the pop. He would shove the baby face that you didn't want down your throat and then take them away to the point where now you want your John Cena, you want your Roman Reigns. He had this magical way of figuring out how to do that and suffering through it. Nobody else can do that. Nobody else is willing to give us 4 years of John Cena that we don't like. There's no one else in that place who would ever book that. No one else in that place would listen to Roman Reigns get booed for a year solid without turning him. No one else has the power in wrestling of any kind to do that. Tony Khan can't do it for 2 weeks. Triple H can maybe get through 3 or 4 months. Vince could hold out for 4 years. Vince will make you lose a match at home in front of your mother on your birthday.
And can we just say one thing? So what you're saying is Vince needs to come back so that Cody Rhodes can turn heel.
No, what I'm saying is Vince needs to die. Vince needs to die in a hot, fiery flame that takes him straight to hell. But then we need to find his booking memoirs, and we need to find that book that's sitting in his room somewhere. And Triple H needs to steal that son of a bitch before the funeral happens, hide it in his coat pocket, run the hell out of there, go into his office, sit down, and finish writing every idea that Vince ever had, because then we'll have brilliant wrestling for a decade.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned that. Vince also booked himself dying in a giant fireball.
Exactly.
But he cannot die. He just crashed at 100 miles per hour and survived.
True.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, he did need a homicide to stop him from going through with that storyline. But
Chris Benoit ruined it. Vince could have been dead all this time.
Just to like in what Bear will call, but Vince, or how do you want to call that segment, man? Say what you say whatever you want to say about Vince, but
say what you want to say about Vince, but he just survived a 100-mile-per-hour car wreck.
That's right.
Some of these 80-year-old evil people somehow just like they don't die. They're 80 years old. None of them have taken good care of themselves. They're reckless as shit, and they just don't die, and it makes no sense.
Alcohol and prescription medication. That's what
I just don't get it.
He felt nothing.
If Vince somehow managed to buy the company back, would he let Triple H stay?
I think he'd feel a certain level of betrayal. He'd make him stay and just absolutely make him eat dog shit on live TV.
Could you imagine sitting around the table if you got rid of him? Like
he'd bring back the Kicks My Ass Club, and Triple H would be the first one there.
Do you remember the guy who may have stabbed you in the back and kicked you off the mountain? Yeah, well, the guy climbed back up the mountain, and he's here.
Oh,
Vince's battered corpse dragging itself up the cliff.
I'd love to book a Paul London versus Vince McMahon.
And also, you got to remember, Triple H may have stolen the company from Vince. He stole his shag from Vince, aka his own daughter. You know, come on.
Wow.
He booked an incestuous storyline.
That's so gross and true. I mean, but whatever. All right. So, my last regular topic of this evening is I would like to talk about how life is a risk, carnal. We got to talk about the return of Thunder Rosa. We said it was coming last week, but since then she has actually wrestled. She's also released this statement about some message that she got that went viral. And she's also now in a title match next week with Tekla.
In a tag match on Collision on Saturday.
On Collision, correct. And then next week has a title match.
Yes, and then in El Paso, Texas, con la raza, he's got a
How
championship match.
how blessed is this ridiculous human being? Who gets to leave wrestling for 7 or 8 months and come back in the title picture yelling at the champion?
She
Ever.
deserves it.
Can you hear me?
She deserves it.
Yeah, okay. You guys remember when Triple H tore his quad? When he came back and he was like a superhero, did he get a title match the first week back? No.
He said too many.
When Cody Rhodes tore his pec and he was purple and blue and black and whatever, when he came back, did he get a title match?
Oh,
no.
We so need a Stardust run, man. That's the end of the story.
Cody was in line for the WrestleMania match.
Okay.
The whole time.
Of course, and eventually he did. But what I'm asking you is this.
Okay.
Does Thunder Rosa deserve a title match her first week back?
She deserves it.
I will answer that first because I don't know why, but I'll say yes because she can run a program and do promos and fill entertaining TV time for a period of time, which that's what you want out of a performer. So she can do her job and do it very well. So put her in that spot. And then on top of that, because of her resume and her performances, she will also help legitimize the program, the title, and the champion. So she checks all of the boxes. There's no reason not to. And who would be doing it if it wasn't her? Like, who's missing out that deserves it so much?
Well, I mean, I already said Deonna Purrazzo's name, but
what does she have to do with the world title?
There's never a shortage of people that deserve something better at AEW. First of all, let's just say.
No, I mean, in kayfabe on TV, like Deonna is cool. She's a Ring of Honor pure champion, right? But like, what is she doing on TV? What has she done on AEW TV ever to get her in the world title picture besides being Britt Baker's friend?
I mean,
so
if
I'm just saying,
I'm playing devil's advocate,
kayfabe,
but Thunder hasn't been there for 7 months.
But she has the resume. First of all, she can deliver. That's a 7-month thing that you worry about. You know that she can deliver performance, and we're seeing
that is exactly the point, my man.
He
was on the shelf for 7 months and then came back and gave an amazing match. Like, please go back and watch that.
Yeah.
I mean, and the crowd were on their feet and the family was there, and that endears everybody. Just and it just turns it on like this.
So she does what you need her to do. You get a quality product and it's over with the crowd, and that's what you need. So I mean, who's going? Those are the people. And if there's someone else who can do that, then have them be next in line. That's how you have entertaining TV.
Permanent.
What's that, Meef?
Form is temporary, class is permanent.
Okay.
There we go.
Sure.
I might want to have seen the build up a little bit more. Not to say that she didn't deserve it. I think it would have been maybe nice to see them interacting a little bit more. In terms of like you asking who maybe Queen Aminata, like her and Tekla were feuding like crazy. She like what I was reading today is that she's like pretty much cleared, coming back pretty soon.
Well, what is her resume with regards to the world title?
Maybe not the world title, but in terms of like beefing with Tekla, those two are beefing hard before she got hurt. I mean, I'm just talking from like a story perspective.
But story. But for someone like her, you'd have to put her on TV and give her like 5 wins before, you know what I mean, or have her win.
I don't know.
She's over. All she has to do is come out and attack her. I'm not saying that they give her a title match next week, but I mean, I think that's kind of the thing with Thunder right now too. I could see Thunder deserving a title match as well. I think the program's just moving really fast. It's like, okay, you beat Julia Hart and now you're getting a title match. And it's like, I maybe would like to have seen Thunder and Tekla have,
if you want to the construction of the feud, it is because Tekla wants her. She came out of the match. It could have been no problem, but she comes out and insults her on television in Spanish, and then you want to put the title on the line. Fine, Why would Thunder say no? That's
No,
a problem.
I like I said, I think I'm excited for the match. The question was, does she deserve it? Yes. Does the build feel very fast? Yes. That's my whole thing with it.
Well, one, we're in AW, and two, I think in
Look,
two they have
we saw Kenny and Ospreay do 3 years of storyline in 15 minutes once, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, but
Like,
also
no,
like,
but-
you have the marquee match, Stat and Tekla at the pay-per-view at Revolution, and so you're basically squeezing this in. They're trying to do a mini program.
Tekla some credibility somewhere, right? So that this is
Here's what I'm gonna say, and I know I'm playing devil's advocate a little bit here and questioning it, because obviously I do think that this. Here's why I really like this. I really like this because this makes sense. And we all said that we felt like Stat gained more in the loss to Tekla than she had in her entire run as champ. And somebody smartened up, because they realized that we have to have a reason to care about Stat. Thunder Rosa is and has been kind of the gatekeeper of that belt for a long time. She just happened to be injured and out when they probably would have already had Tekla go through her, or a stop off there, or maybe
you mean World's End as usual.
Yeah, they would have feuded and fought already. And I don't know exactly what the history of Thunder and Tekla was in Japan, but they seem pretty familiar. I mean, they have crossed paths or had words or something in the past. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But I will say this. It makes perfect sense. What I want to see is, if we're going to see Stat versus Tekla round 2, I want to see that it means something to Stat. I love this little seed that they planted at the end tonight with Stat saying, don't underestimate her, don't go too hard, or whatever she's saying to Thunder. Like, Stat is feeling something. And we're seeing that. And what is really important at the end of the day, if you're a true veteran of the business, you get the other talent over. It is not only Thunder's job to get this whole Tekla as champion incredible threat over. It's both Thunder and Tekla's job. At the end of the day, what they're really trying to do is make Statlander. That's their job. And you couldn't ask for somebody better to do that than Thunder. If you go back in time and you look at Tony Storm, if you remember, Tony Storm's character was a heel character at the time. The only person that character worked with as a heel was Thunder Rosa. Right. They tried to do the exact same thing with the Professor Twisty Leg lady. What's her friggin' name? I can't even think.
Serena Deeb.
Thank you, Serena. They tried to do the exact same program.
Oh, yeah.
And it totally fails because Serena couldn't keep Tony heel. They wanted that character to be a heel. They had to turn her face because they didn't have Thunder to make her. She had already made her as much as she possibly could. She did everything she was supposed to do. And then it was on the rest of the locker room. And no offense to Serena, who's an excellent wrestler, she's not good at driving story. She just isn't. And so it didn't work, And then if you look at Mariah, she had Mariah May at World's End. She was the big stop for Mariah before you couldn't get to the grand ending that Tony and Mariah needed if you don't have Thunder there in the middle to make Mariah actually credible, because Mariah just being the underling and getting the belt wasn't the credibility. And so what I'm saying is somebody realized, oh shit, this stuff always works with Thunder. Let's put her in there right now. Let's get it going on right this minute. We had a plan for her, but she's healthy. Get her in there quick. Let's make Tekla credible so Stat can get pissed with whatever Tekla's going to do to Thunder. And then there's going to actually be some heat on the fucking match. There's going to actually be a reason to care about Chris Statlander, which to this point we haven't had because Willow is off somewhere else. And the only other person that was associating with Statlander was Thunder back when Megan Bain first came in. If you guys remember, Statlander and Thunder were kind of teaming up to try to thwart the Megan Bain thing. So it's like, oh my God, the one thing we've been asking for in AEW for a year straight is actually happening. a storyline that makes sense. And somehow Thunder is the luckiest wrestler at AEW to be able to walk back in after an injury and get put in one of the 3 storylines in all of AEW history that actually makes sense. It's wonderful. I love where it's going. I think that she is the exact right person for the job. I do also hope they bring Deanna up and do some stuff with her. I'm almost
she's going to have her first defense of tomorrow on the first taping of ROH. Yes. And also, you know what? Like every piece of artwork out there, this is something that I've been appreciating the last couple of days, especially today. I love when people start creating their own headcanon of what's happening. Some people are thinking out there that the reason why Statlander keeps being like, no, Thunder, don't do it, is because she doesn't want Thunder to win and then get the belt, right? Like, of course, like we know the branches are like of storytelling, how they form, but other people are not that particular receptive of this kind of thing. And that is great, because that's exactly what, oh my God, it's giving me, betrayal vibes and stuff like that. And like, oh, well, whatever creates more buzz. And I mean, of course, you guys know my position here.
Tony? Do we think that Thunder could turn and join Tekla coming out of this?
I play the fifth on this. See, that's what I'm talking about. Comatose is already thinking this, right? So
I don't know if you can turn Thunder though, because she's one of the last true white meat baby faces left in AEW. They've flip-flopped so many other people. Not that I think it would be perfect storytelling for her to join up with Tekla and that whole group. I think it would be almost perfect storytelling for, if you're going to go back to Stat, to turn Thunder and have Thunder be the next opponent for Stat, being the friends that have clashed and collided. And Thunder obviously could play a great heel and has in the past. So, I mean, in her own promotion, she was heel. But at the same time,
she was heel when she was champion. That's the funny thing. If you guys go back to watch Bishop Pro Wrestling, she was heel to Easy Moreno for like 6 months when she was a champion at AEW. It's great.
She's
stuff.
treating the little kid like crap. It's amazing. Great. It's a hilarious storyline too, and she's so good at it. But at the same time, it's like AEW. Who has been a babyface the whole time in AEW? Darby,
probably. People
Darby. Anyone else?
Think about it. Orange Cassidy.
Well, no, he got tweener for a bit. He wore dark jacket for a while.
I'm hoping he wears the dark. I hope if he and Darby team up that he starts wearing the black stuff again, because those two look cool.
Sting rules.
Oh, Tyler straight up just wants it to be a 3-way at Revolution.
That's what I'm talking about.
That would be cool.
That would be really fun.
So,
that would be great.
There's something in the promo today, in the segment today, that makes me think that has a strong chance, because Stat told Thunder to be careful. And for me, the most interesting meaning behind that isn't be careful against Tekla. It's be careful. You might win the title, and then you're going to have to get your ass kicked by me. You're going to have to.
But can it not? It can't be the most obvious thing. Is she just telling her to be careful? Because, like, bitch, you just came back from being hurt. Like, don't get hurt again. Can it not just be that simple?
I don't think.
Just because you get a championship,
that is kind of a bully right now.
I love when things get taken out of promos and then it creates this conversation, because like there was a different version of it. So
from one line,
one line that is not on the promo is creating all of this now.
Right, but sometimes the sin of omission is the best. I also I love and I hope Thunder Rosa keeps leaning into this Thunder Chola personality and all of the quotes from Blood In, Blood Out. If you don't know it, you're sleeping on one of the best cult classic films of all time. It is the Latino Goodfellas. You need to see this film immediately.
She had the cartoon.
And also, it's 3.5 hours long. So it's
the director's cut is 3.5 hours long. The other
there's
one
no
is
reason
only
to watch
3
any
hours
other
and
version.
15
Tony,
minutes.
come on.
No, yeah,
Damian
of course, you need to
Ciampa
watch the
in the
whole thing.
director's cut is so awful and brilliant at the same time.
Yeah,
You have to
yeah.
watch it. He's terrible.
Yeah.
He's the worst actor ever, and it's great. You'll love it.
I don't
Just-
know.
yeah.
It's just it works, man. Do you know what? I saw this movie when I was probably 12 years old. I shouldn't have. It was in 2 VHS.
Right.
That's how long.
Wow.
So I was like, oh my god, we gotta put the other one in.
A side, B side. Got to flip the vinyl.
Yeah, and it really.
James Long play.
And I didn't realize when my cousins would call me Miklo until I watched the movie. So
Miklo.
so yeah,
I watched this movie. I watched this movie when I was about 15 or 16, which so it's almost probably around the same time. And I saw it on Cinemax the first time. That shit came on at 1:30 in the morning when I was already fading, ready to go to sleep. But then I was glued. You know something has your attention when like at 4:30 in the morning, you're still watching that junk, and you're like, and then I'm like looking for when it's gonna air again because I want to tape it and everything. Like I was in love with that movie.
You know,
I
got some. I have
Blood
my
In,
cousins
Blood
were
Out.
living
That's
in,
the name. That's the
Blood
current
In,
name.
Blood Out.
We've had 4 different names, but
it has
that's the
been
name.
having a lot of names. I actually, when I got it, it was Bound by Blood. That was what the name of it.
Yeah, Bound by Blood. Then it was called Blood In, Blood Out, Blood Through for a while.
Yeah, and then it was called Bloodbound. Also was called at one
Bloodbound,
point.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bloodbound.
So when I got it, it was because my cousins were living in San Francisco, and they went to Los Angeles, and they got it was not an original tape. It was like a bootleg tape, like they would just copy the video, and that's what I got from them. And it was funny because the last tape, it had like 10 minutes more of video from the first tape, right? So I had to skip that part, and it was like, oh, where was it? I mean, I still miss that kind of stuff, right? Like analog.
That's the way it
shit.
was back
Yeah,
then.
yeah. It was
Okay, so
yeah.
Tony, I have to ask you about this statement that Thunder made
Okay.
to kind of set the world on fire here. Apparently, she got some slightly mean-spirited comments thrown at her, and she hasn't really said what those comments were, but clearly they affected her enough because she made this statement, and then she talked about it with Dave LaGreca on Busted Open on Monday also. That seemed very personal to her about the treatment that a lot of people are experiencing right now and the level of fairness in the world, but how we should treat each other in regards to it. Do you have any insight here on what's going on with this statement and why it caught on so big? I mean, she didn't seem mad or anything.
Well, no, well, I don't. I'm not gonna speak on the particulars of the message. I know what it says, and it warranted from us. Okay, so unfortunately, and I know our PR department will hate me for saying this, but unfortunately, it has been normalized of like wrestlers and just people there are public figures to get a lot of hate messages, and unfortunately, from time to time, Thunder does get some of those. But this one in particular, it felt how can I say this, dangerous enough so that we weren't a response from us, because if we respond every single one, I mean, it's just
right. You can't.
What is it? It's a waste of time. But this one in particular, it felt a little bit too close and personal, and also it signaled part of this larger problem that we've spoken in here before. And this is me speaking particular from me. It seems like there's a lot of people that feel, because of the current political climate in the United States, that they're able to talk down, especially specifically to people in or Latin community and immigrants. And it was so terrible because Thunder is an American citizen. You cannot turn her over to ICE because she is, in fact, a legal citizen of the United States. And just making that comment, it would be like me telling you, I don't know, Byron, hey, Byron, I'm going to call ICE on you. What is the difference between them? Just because Thunder is Mexican and was born in Mexico, but she is an American citizen by all legit reasons. And one thing that it has to be made clear, it's not like she married to become an American citizen.
She actually
right?
did not. A lot of people think that her and Brian got married for her to get her citizenship. She did not go that route at all. She did the full earning of her U.S. citizenship. She did everything legit from start to finish. Also, people don't realize she is a graduate, a college graduate from UC Berkeley. Tekla can call her a dumb bitch all day long. Not true. She's
Not
the
true.
smartest person in that locker room. She speaks 2 languages fluently and has a degree from UC Berkeley. She was a social worker before wrestling. Some people do not realize these things. And for anyone to say whatever they said to her, if they gave her a go back to Mexico or whatever the hell it is that got her to put out this statement, that is absolutely ridiculous. She's a dual citizen of the countries of Mexico and America. She's American and she's Mexican, and there's nothing you can do about it. And if you really do want to do something about it, quit threatening wrestlers, vote, hire the congressmen and senators and presidents that you think will repeal all these things and send all these great individuals away from our country that have enhanced and made our country better, that do things like come here and get educations at top schools like UC Berkeley and then move to states like Texas with a bunch of conservative people and pay taxes for all those people. Like, these are not the people we want to get rid of. What are we doing?
And
These are the
it
people we
gives
wanna keep.
employment to a lot of people. I mean, it's
And they
just
pave our roads. You know how much Thunder Rosa pays in taxes? I
oh
want
my
20
god, I
more
do
for
know,
her.
and it's insane. It's she pays more taxes than like a lot
I'm
of
a
people.
selfish, greedy prick.
And Amazon.
I want as many people in this country that can pay to pave the
Definitely.
roads as we can possibly get.
Do you know what though? It's sad that this day and age that racism's still a thing, like and it's there's no place for it in sport or just everyday like this shit. But it's just sad that it exists still, man. It really is like just the world's gonna wake up. Sad.
It's fucked. I mean, it's screwed up. And it's just it goes back to just ignorance of just being like, oh, she speaks Spanish, so she probably isn't from here. My girlfriend's Puerto Rican. There's Puerto Ricans are Americans. They
Nice.
speak Spanish.
Bear, I didn't know. Bear, I didn't know you had that
Look at
dog in you.
Bear. Get some brown sugar. Look at you, Bear.
gusta la
Wow.
mala
That's why,
vida.
that's why he's got the
But
shades.
That explains
that's
the
her-
lighting.
her-
This guy had- oh.
her main language is Spanish though, but she's she was born in New York, raised in Puerto Rico, but it's like even so Puerto Ricans are Americans and they speak Spanish. So this whole
Yeah.
idea of like we have a national language is bullshit because we don't. And there's plenty of Americans that are born here in America that speak Spanish and are not white. And so like it gets back into the Bad Bunny stuff where it's like we need an American. It's like he's American.
Bad
He
Bunny.
was
Bad
born
Bunny.
in America. America is not just white people. It's like a melting pot of everybody. In fact, it was, originally a Native Americans who, once again, are not white people. I mean, like, it's just this idea that this is a white English-speaking, country is, and anybody that's not needs to get the hell out is bullshit. And unfortunately, like you said, the people that vote for it or whatever, they did vote for it. And now we're seeing the results of people voting for it. And now they think they can be emboldened to be assholes, and you see it all the time. There's just like these people that feel like it's okay to do it now because they see ICE out there taking people away and stuff like that. And it's just pathetic and it's sad and it's bullshit,
The worst
And
thing
I don't know.
is that he's managed to convince people who will be directly affected by all the horseshit that he's doing to vote for him. Just this week, one of the best viral clips is the woman going, "Trump is the closest thing we got to God." And then she gets arrested and deported by ICE, which is fucking karma, and I hope she rots in fucking hell. Because people who do it to their own people are fucking worse.
Well, it's only
I'm going to stay fairly quiet on this because
Tyler's
I'm
still
very
tough to wrestle.
They get
militantly,
political on that too now.
yeah, and
Well, it
I
wasn't so
get
much
very
about the
upset by this whole
politics to
subject.
me as the cruelty to me that wrestlers are experiencing. And like, I know we all have our own political feelings, and I honestly, I tend to probably be the most conservative out of all of us. But when it comes to this stuff, like, I'll tell you what, I had a twinge of feeling bad this week for Britt Baker because of similar stuff. Like, I started thinking about all the real visceral hate that Britt Baker has gotten. Yeah, she's done some dumbass stuff. Like, you're never going to hear me defend some of the things that Britt Baker has done. But at the same time, absolutely zero of that warrants the kind of crap that people have said to that poor woman online and in messages and have yelled at her in public. Charlotte Flair gets kind of the same stuff. Like, Deonna Purrazzo's gotten some recently, and then the body shaming that she's gotten, absolutely ridiculous. And don't get me wrong, I'll be the first one to say if somebody looks like crap in their gear or their presentation isn't up to where they should be or could be. But at the same time, like, Deonna's a beautiful woman. Is she a little bit thicker than some? Sure, whatever. I don't see Macklin complaining. That dude's cool. So then, like, why is anybody else complaining?
On regards of the Britt Baker, you guys know my position in here. Like, I will never be defending her or anything like that. But yes, and I said this to you: no one should get, hate speech because they're entertaining you on fucking television. That's the dumbest fucking thing. Pisses me off. Sorry, I just don't like.
Get him, Tony, get him.
No, man, it just pisses me off.
That's the TV show one as well, isn't it? That's where it's fake and they actually want them dead.
Yes, stay on TV, motherfuckers. It's just like, it's just pissing me. And if you guys want me to I'm gonna say it because it's public, it's out there. Britt Baker liked Thunder's video. It's there.
Right.
She liked it.
Britt liked that statement because she's feeling that exact thing of like, oh shit, girl, you catching hate. I catch hate. I know we actually get along on this one.
on this level, yeah.
Yeah. Those two ladies might disagree on 10 million other things, but on this level of like dumbasses coming at them with hate speech for no reason. Look at that.
Have you seen the thing with
you made two sworn life enemies friends again? Thanks a lot, jerk. You're ruining wrestling for everyone. We want them to hate each other, damn it.
So Declan Rice is like an England midfielder, and he plays for Arsenal, Tony's favourite team. And they played Spurs, who were also a terrible football team from London, and North London rivals. So basically, Declan Rice has the best way to describe it. He's a £100 million footballer. They paid £100 million for him. His partner is just a normal woman, right? She's not a glamour model like a lot of footballers have, and everything like that. So, like, literally, he went to take a corner and someone is holding a phone with a picture of her, and he's holding it at Declan Rice while saying horrible things about her weight and looks. That's, like, the level of fucking shit.
Drag him out of there, man. He don't deserve it.
No, but the thing is, if he was with a glamour model, or, like, some, like, stupidly, like, attractive lady, like, purely on aesthetics thing here, people would be saying she's a gold digger and all these other things, and saying that he's only, he's punching above his weight, and because he's he's on 200 grand, 500 grand a week or whatever he's on. You know what I mean? So they've been making comments about that. He goes with a girl who he's probably been in love with and dated since before football, before he became this big footballer, and they actually love each other. And the whole thing is like, oh my God, mate, why are you with her? You could be with anybody. Well, because he's not a fucking fickle cunt. Sorry.
You said it finally. It happened. It
wasn't the Aussie.
It's because
I
kept back on the political bit.
My money was on comatose.
By the way, that's the C version of the C word is can't in England. You use it if can't, so he's not a fickle can't date a normal person.
And on that note, let's talk about Luchadors versus everything. Byron, I know you wanted to talk about this. What do you know about Luchadors versus everything? This is another Klein Rock project, isn't it?
Yeah, Master Republic is produced this music is distracting for me. Master Republic is producing it with some other people. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't know too much specifically. I think it's awesome. I was a day one backer, and now I'm just kind of retweeting and hoping it shows up soon. I know it's going to take a
It
while,
looks
but
pretty
it's
cool though. It's like,
but it
it's
looks really
focusing
cool.
on, like, a lot of the movie stuff with the luchadors and
Yeah.
how they
No, I wish I was more
vampires
prepared, but yeah, it really gets into the cinematic history of it, but it just gets into a lot of Lucha Libre stuff. I mean, if you go to the Kickstarter, there's one more day left. Thursday is the last day of the Kickstarter. You could see all the really cool extras. You can get extra photos or little knickknacks, and this and that. It's cool. You should just go. Luchadors versus everything on Kickstarter. You should go and you should sign up. There's a lot of great people. I was on board from the beginning. Casey also was on board on day one. Yeah, I just wasn't prepared right now.
He doesn't attend. He does not attend or production meetings. That's why he's not prepared.
He has the foreword from oh my god, Gutierrez, the director. Oh my god, why his name escaped me now? Mexpolis from Twitter. I can't remember his name. Yeah, he directed Mario and the Three.
So to back the project, to get the book, is $5. How much is this? 65, 150.
Here we go.
Whoa.
I put the
El
link.
Campeón limited edition, 600. Is this dollars or pesos? These are pesos.
Pesos.
No, so you can. What is it? For $5 you can.
Oh,
just give them
$80. $80 will get you, which is 1,374 pesos. Will get you the early bird ringside best value.
That's the best one to get.
Yeah,
okay, I'm
that's the
gonna
one to
do it
get.
right now. Hold on, let me get my card.
For $1,000, so you can
I
get.
was like, I just gotta get in right now.
Are you putting clown masks
Yeah.
on now?
Oh,
There's
Jose
a-
Mantequilla Nápoles. Damn, bro, what?
They have, yeah,
Look.
they have packages that are really expensive that have super cool, super rare stuff.
Oh, because you got a lot of money, I know. That's what you're saying.
If anyone has, what's
boy.
going on there? Oh wait, everyone has their Juggalo masks on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to get there. You want to probably go for the ringside.
The $80
and that
one, is that the one?
Is there? I
There
got it
was
for 80
two.
on day one.
Oh
Is
no,
it
I
still
cannot get
80
that
for you?
one. That one is over. Yeah, I cannot get that.
Yeah,
one.
so it's 95 right now. So you get the book, you get postcards. They have artwork on it. You bookmark, sticker set. You get 11 by 14 poster.
You got the $1,000 one?
No, but that would have been cool. That one you get all the tier rewards.
The Santo Nápoles
then,
archive package. Oh my god.
Yeah, a rare photograph of El Santo forcing Mantequilla Nápoles to sign a film contract.
That
The
is so
contract.
cool.
You get the contract that he signed. A telegram sent by the producer.
The contract signed. Oh my god, that is crazy.
That's $1,000 package. That'd be worth it.
Telegram sent by producers to Nápoles while he was fighting for the national championship.
I mean, if you love luchador, the basic thing is if you love luchadors and you love movies, this is something that you need to have.
Oh, they got
That's
La
what it
Mujer
comes down to.
Murciélago. Damn, that is so cool. I just went to watch a screening of that. I think like 2 months ago. That is
Yeah, so
a
they've
crazy
been
movie to
working
watch.
with the lady who basically she owns the rights to a lot of the El Santo movies.
Yeah.
And they've been like slow releasing them, and they are looking to do. They've got to release their own feature now, but they've got some pictures in there by. I'm going to butcher this name now, so I apologize. But it's Lourdes Grobo.
Oh, sure.
If you don't know, yeah, how is come on, Tony? How do you say it? I cannot say it. I've never heard it said.
Buried under the belt.
But the if nobody knows, she's like the absolute top lucha. Like she used to take pictures of them in their homes and with their families and stuff. And her books are worth quite a bit if you can still get them in places. I've got a couple, which are absolutely fantastic.
Well, the
they
link
come
is,
proper.
I just added the
material.
link to the show description on
Nice.
the YouTube, and it's right here in the chat for the live chatters. So go check it out. Like surf through there, see what they have available. There's 1 day left. We should have promoted it last week. I'm so sorry, Kevin. I was just not on my game last week.
The thing is, though,
to do all the hard work last week and then forgot to tell him to do that.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, we've been talking about this amongst ourselves for forever. I mean, it's when it first came out that the Kickstarter was going to pop up a little bit ago. We're all super excited about this book. And then, then we got it. And then we're like, let's talk about it on the show. Then, whatever happens. Because,
well, I'm definitely going to get it. I'm going to get the.
There you go. We got you one sale, Kevin. We got you one more sale.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the ringside. I think that's the best value one. It does it here, so I'm just gonna.
71.
Right. You could just get the book itself for 65, and then you can get a little bit of extra stuff. But it's just so cool. It's the first. What is it? They're saying it's the most unique book on the Lucha Libre film genre ever written.
Well,
so
I went to film school.
Me too.
And so I did 2 years of film history, and one semester we did ficheras. I don't know if you guys know what that is, and we did lucha libre movies. It's like
nice.
Ficheras. It's actually like films about the underworld of cabarets and stuff like that in Mexico City, which was a whole genre about it. It was pretty good, and it ran alongside the Lucha Libre movies at the time.
Yeah. Did you see the art exhibition they did in Paris with Lucha Libre? So they actually, I think they did the movies as well, but they did lots of pictures. And
I got invited by the embassy, but I don't know if it was. I was not available at the time. I was in London when that happened. Well, I went to Berlin afterwards, so maybe that's why.
All right, gang. It's time. It's time for Pops.
It's 2 hours in. It's time for something else.
No, it's time for Pop and Drops. Give me your Pop and Drop.
We did that in the first 10 minutes. Remember?
No, you did because we're assholes. Nobody else got theirs in. Let people get their shit in, Byron.
Get your shit in, guys. Come on.
All right, who's first? Who's got a pop or a drop? I don't care which one.
Get Byron out of the way, for fuck's sake, please.
Byron has made me bitter and angry now.
What is my pop?
Yeah, I know. U.S. hockey team and Canada, whatever.
No, Olympic hockey is awesome. There's some other stuff going on with that. I don't really
Byron didn't watch any
Olympic
hockey. I would say my pop will be in the match promo graphic when they're introducing the matches on the next shows. They have Ciampa versus Jay Lethal. And so that's cool. Jay Lethal gets to get back on TV. They were both the same shade of whatever color they were. They looked the same. Tommaso Ciampa and Jay Lethal.
Tommaso Ciampa is very olive-skinned Italian. He's Sephardic.
Oh, I saw True Romance. I get it.
Yes. And you're a cantaloupe. We'll just leave it at that.
I'm as white. Oh, God.
You're a cantaloupe.
What? Finish the sentence, Byron. Finish the sentence.
No, I was going to say I'm as white as the shirt I'm wearing. But then Justin was saying something better, so I didn't want to distract from it.
No, I'm just trying
worse.
to save you.
He said something worse. If anyone figures out what he said, he said, I'm on the...
And so that's your pop. Do you have a drop, B-Ron?
My drop is week by week having to hear about WWE Wrestlemania ticket sales when they're still going to make the most money they've ever made, and it's still going to be the same show they were going to make anyways.
But that's not okay for them to announce.
That's my drop.
Money when the ticket sales are the worst they've been in the last 15 years is not okay for them to be making more money.
How much of Vegas is made up by casinos, like all up in business area? Like it's majority like casinos, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, especially
within where they're going to be having the actual WrestleMania, like how much of it is made up of casinos? Like it's not really a place for kids, huh?
No, not at all.
You can't really. What would you do with the family around there? Like I'm sure there's a few things to do, but when a majority of it's
you go to the M&M store and the movie theater and
the
oxygen tent. I think those are the things you do with your kids.
You teach them
fresh oxygen outside anymore. You have to go to a place.
You go to the bunny
Doing
ranch.
NOS.
Settle
I've
down,
been to the
Tony.
Bunny Ranch.
If you're Vince McMahon, you take your daughter to the bunny ranch.
I've been to the Bunny Ranch. They have very good steak.
Has it got lots of bunnies on it?
I
All
heard
right.
the cake is good too.
Meefloaf, give me your pop and your drop.
Jesus Christ. Do I have
Is
a
it
pop?
Yes, my
Anything
son.
good?
Have
Is
you
he
had a
the
pop
top or
in the
the
last
drop?
year of us doing these?
No.
Leeds drew against Aston Villa, but I was angry with that because we were technically winning and we scored an amazing goal and we threw it away in the last minute. Like
That's not wrestling, but
every
okay.
sport hates me. The rest, there's nothing good. Santos is coming back and doing lots of really good promos down with production levels, but you know,
True story.
Is he gonna be here in Monterey?
The Mob Museum is.
I don't know what's going on because he's fighting at some point on his own schedule, according to the promos. So
Whenever
'cause
he
only
decides to
lives
show up,
himself.
when he gets a match.
I don't know. I suppose the saying goodbye to AJ Styles was quite nice. It's quite a nice little send off for him.
Oh, Abyss. The Abyss sighting in the
Abyss
boiler
goes,
room.
That was totally my pop. I'll just say it right now. Seeing Abyss was absolutely my pop of the week. That and I am legitimately excited to see Trick Williams in the Elimination Chamber.
Them lemon pepper steppers.
Yeah, like
Trick.
I can't like. I am absolutely sold in a very short amount of time on Trick Williams. It's not Oba for me. It's
Let's
not
talk about
Javon. It's not LA Knight. It's not.
Can we talk about Obafemi doesn't have a Nigerian
It's
accent?
not Braun Breaker.
Oba.
I see Trick Williams. I'll tell you what. I think he should win the Elimination Chamber, go on to face Drew McIntyre. We do a heel versus heel thing where we turn Trick face and we put the belt on him. And then have him feud with Cody. I would absolutely put the belt on Trick Williams at WrestleMania. I think it's insane, but why not?
I've had some guys AIDS, so that's guys AIDS, bro.
And they've got to do something. Like, can we
Do
move the needle?
Do something that we haven't seen 1,000 times the past month.
You're getting Cody and you're gonna like it. You're gonna get Cody and you're gonna love the American Nightmare.
If they do Cody versus Drew at Mania, are we really watching this? Are we doing this?
No, we're going to watch Stardust.
Please. If he came out of Stardust,
that's how he ends his story. That's how he ends his story. Stardust. Starlight. Stardust.
All right, I'm sorry. I got a look.
We gotta watch. We gotta watch it because we're doing a watch along.
Luckily, I'm working.
I want to watch it to see what Trick Willie does. I want to see Javon.
We'll have a watch along this Sunday, this Saturday.
I want to see if Javon can get bouncy off the top of a box that has no bounce to it.
Off the top of the chamber. Next level.
Gonna hurt.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see.
He'll hit the table and bounce off, so he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
And now Jey Uso will be in there with them, high as hell. So that'll be something.
It'll be funny if he gets like really.
We will be here. Come party with us, Rebecca. It'll be 17 hours long. We'll be here.
Jey Uso is
It
going to
can't be that long. There's only 4 matches.
Make sure you bring them on the steppers, Rebecca.
Daniel's still asking for the demon.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
I don't think we're getting the
demon.
Now, everybody here, we gotta before we continue with this. We all gotta get. Oh, well, Byron is not gonna be here because he's gonna get tickets for the show. But on Revolution, we gotta take turns because I think that thing is gonna be like 16 matches because wasn't that the longest pay-per-view last time?
Bro, you didn't get the catheter I sent you in the mail for the
I'm just
keep a bucket by the chair. You keep a bucket by the chair. You mute the mic for whichever one you're doing.
All right, let's let Coma get his pops and drops in. He's never done this segment before, has he?
Last week, yeah.
Has Coma done pops and drops?
Thanks for taking note of what I was saying last week when I did my first pops and drops. But I appreciate that. You know,
that's right.
No.
I knew you were on last week. I didn't know if you were on for the Pops and
It's kind of
Drops.
it's kind of a big deal, mate. It was my first turn on the big show with the big boys. You know.
Yeah,
This is you just forgot about it like that, huh? Fuck.
I
I did
mean,
not.
it's like you were always here, Coma. It's
I'm
like
emotional.
It's like
I'm
you've been here since
emotional.
day one.
Is he Ardiona Peraza?
What's that? No, Pop's
Yes,
got to go
it is.
to Pop has to go to Thunder Rosa, and listening to her on the Busted Open interview that she did, and just hearing her story and how emotion speaks volumes, man, and how everyone loves a good underdog story, but she's gone through hard times, man, and hearing it in a voice like she did, it's really good to see her back. It really is, and I love Thunder Rosa more than ever now. Like it's just purely on the heart that she has, and she deserves every little bit of getting a shot at the title. However it plays out is however it plays out. But just really happy to see her back. It's really good. It's really good.
I'll tell you how it plays out, Coma. She's not going to win.
What?
I don't think on a Dynamite midweek.
Anything is possible, man. It's not.
It's AEW. It's AEW.
I mean, I was almost disappointed when they said it was going to be on Dynamite next week, because then I was like, shit, she's not going to win, is she? All right. I want her to win,
but yeah, I'm going to throw another quick pop in there. This one's going to go out to the JCW. Whoop whoop.
Chopper City.
How do I put this down? There's a bit of a rumor swirling in the air. I think I might have thrown this one out before, but TikTok is the clue. And Violent J's dropped that, and it makes me think: is there perhaps a chance we might see old Killer or Carry On, Mr. Cross coming to JCW?
I think it's very possible, and he's definitely not going back to WWE. He's starting to fill up more bookings. The booking slowed down for a minute there, and there was a lot of speculation that, oh shit, maybe Cross will show up at Royal Rumble. And I think maybe Cross was hoping Cross might show up at Royal Rumble. But instead, I think he went some other directions, and he's doing some good stuff with MLW. Obviously, he's their champion now after Battle Riot. Congrats on that. And we've always said that Cross could really hold down a good spot in one of these outside promotions and really help them elevate. So I didn't know whether it would be NWA or MLW or if Freddie Prinze started his thing or whatever. I certainly didn't expect it to be AEW. And I didn't really think that he would go back to TNA. But yeah, I think MLW is a great spot. As far as JCW goes, I think the biggest thing, being completely honest about it, is can they pay the price, or has the price come down maybe? Because I know Cross talked to everyone, but his asking prices, it's up there nowadays. Because you bring Cross in.
It'd be interesting as a cameo. It'd be interesting as a cameo. And I mean, it's just been teased. Violent J's just dropped it as a bit of a cryptic clue, but just watch this space.
I hope he does it, because I can honestly say I would find it very interesting if you put Cross and Russo in a room together. They both have that East Coast New Yorker thing going on a little bit there.
Fucking walking here.
Yeah, Kevin, let me just put it to you this way. Kevin cleans up nice. You sit down at a table with Kevin, though, and you start talking, especially late in the evening. He's not drinking or anything, but like the New York comes out. And I could see him and Vince in a room coming up with some ideas and spitballing and talking like a couple of union guys, a couple of pipe fitters.
Smack upside the head.
This is
that
my
would be
drop of
very
the week.
interesting.
Though.
So I'd love to see it. I hope that does happen.
My drop of the week is that I missed Cross this weekend because I was working and I had run out of holiday for this part of the year, and I could have gone seen him. We could have had the last time he was scheduled to be here. He was supposed to be a surprise, which I knew about at a show, and the booker from Ireland booked him because he was doing the Ireland show after the show in Wolverhampton. Booked him for Manchester, Massachusetts, not the UK.
Lover.
We've been denied each other several times.
No.
Yeah. And whenever he wrestled here, he wrestled Phantasma, which was a play on,
He You got a half
Wait, so
chocolate
did
who
you see
hasn't
the,
done pops and
Paul
drops
Heyman
now?
texting?
Who needs to do their? Who needs to do
Bear.
their pops? Oh, Bear Brandon, get it, Bear.
Get him, Bear. Get him, Bear.
Big
Get him, Bear.
I think my pop of the week is Swerve's back. Like the swerve that like I really like resonated with me seems to be back. You know,
the
they
heel
kinda-
one.
Yeah.
The guy
Was he
who
actually
broke
heel now?
into the guy who broke into someone's home and almost kidnapped their newborn baby is the one that resonates with you. You sick fuck.
Fucking
He
awesome,
didn't
man.
kidnap him. He just sat there and
Almost.
talked to him. He's, you know, I
Celebrity
mean,
tells me to burn things.
First of all,
I'm
he's
pumped.
black. Can we say allegedly before all of these things, please? Don't get a black man in
Allegedly,
trouble.
Your Honor.
Allegedly.
Swerve did nothing wrong.
Tried to kidnap
all right?
him.
That's all I'm saying.
Wow.
Allegedly
I'm-
assaulted
I'm-
them.
I see how Bear has a Puerto Rican girlfriend. He has a little bit of.
I can't roll the R's. Don't ask me to do that.
Don't.
Is there a way to learn how to
No.
roll?
This is your
She's
first
tried to
warning,
teach
Bear.
me, and it's just not a thing.
Bear, this is your first warning. Don't do that again.
I can roll my ass, but I'm not going to do it.
And then lower tier pop of the week is going back to JCW too, because Vince Russo did some work over in Denver for a little bit, and so Chopper City from Denver debuted last week, and it's cool to see some guys that I watched local for a long time get on a little bigger stage. So that's kind of cool. So shout out to Chopper City. And then my drop of the week is unfortunately Mega Bad and Penelope Ford, because that's a real bummer. Like, because she totally did a moonsault and just hit the floor. Nobody caught her. And from everything I was
don't know
reading,
about
it sounds
that.
like she kind of limped out of the stadium.
That's a really casual move. Because if you land on your feet, how are you gonna get caught? That's kind of hard.
I don't know. It looked like she just ate the floor when I was watching.
Yeah, she did though. I'm not saying.
I mean,
yeah,
it was
terrible. She's
it was,
hurt.
and then and it
Come
kind
back
of just
soon,
sucks that she's
Penelope.
hurt, and then it sucks that was the end of the match, because that clearly wasn't the end of the match, and they called some kind of audible, and it's just a bummer, and it sucks for her because she's very likable, and she's had some injury problems over the last year or so, and I like that tag team. Mega Bad's fun, and so it's a bummer.
Ben has just reminded me, though, there's a group drop of the week, which is Denver. Because apparently everybody hates Denver.
The end of the show was fantastic. The tables, the shouting for tables, the
I just mean they hate the place, Denver. Everybody hates Denver. Don't
No,
they?
we're talking about the city and the people within it, especially if you're a Broncos fans.
I'm not a Broncos fan, but Denver's
Yeah.
great people. They
I've
got
had
good
good
people
times in
there.
Denver, and I hate the Broncos.
I got a lot of good friends in Denver. I was there when Denver won the Super Bowl, but I'm not like a
Bear,
Broncos
didn't
fan
you
at
and me go bar hopping in Denver once?
all. Probably when we were
I
doing
feel
Food
like we
Paradise.
did. Yeah,
I mean, I know I did a couple of Food Paradises in Denver. I can't.
I
remember.
did
We
too.
probably did.
I think we did one together that we got so drunk we don't remember it. So that's a good
Probably.
don't
I
even
mean,
drink
I've had a
like
lot of drunken nights in Denver. I mean, I lived there for a couple of
Yeah.
Coming up next.
All right, Tony, what you got for me? What you got, pops and drops, Tony?
I don't know. I think a pop should be ROH getting some kind of life out there. I think that's a signal for that. I would like to see that brand work properly.
I'd like to see it work differently.
Yes.
Yeah.
like
ROH has had a lot of good stuff.
Yes, sir.
like AEW's NXT.
Yes, I want it to be NXT. Yeah.
I want it to be yes.
How can you make it if you're in charge of it and you make it innovative in some way? Like what can make it better?
Well, I think
put your
the
young
first
guys
thing
down
that-
there and
Innovative.
develop them.
The first thing that would make it better is it has to have an identity. And Ring of Honor has already had historically an identity. So why not lean into it more? I love that you have a guy like Shane Taylor over there with the trios belt or the 6-man belt, as they call it, but because he's been part of Ring of Honor of the past, and so he understands it. And a few other people have been through there, and Mark Briscoe and some other guys. It's like a lot of people graduated from that older Ring of Honor school. And what you need to do is you can't build it off of those guys now, to me, because those guys graduated from Ring of Honor. And once you graduate, that takes away the coolness factor of the Ring of Honor-ness of it. So what you've got to do is find the next crop of Ring of Honor guys and let them go down there and do the work and show out. You can't keep doing this roster moving up and down and whatnot. It's like if Bandito is the Ring of Honor champion, he needs to rep Ring of Honor. And that doesn't mean he can't come up to the main roster every now and then or do something for Ring of Honor on the main roster, but it should be a Ring of Honor showcase. It shouldn't be mixing in with a bunch of the AEW storylines or whatever. Ring of Honor needs to go back to having its own identity.
The thing is that Bandito doesn't even come out with the belt anymore.
The only way that's going to happen, though, is Tony Khan has to stop booking it. Even with NXT, if you look at part of what makes NXT work, Triple H doesn't book NXT. Every now and then, some of the main roster staff, a Michael Hayes or a Triple H or Nick Khan or somebody will say, hey, Sean, put a little shine on this person. We're looking at him. Give us a little something on this guy. Give a storyline to this person. But that is literally as much as the main roster bookers ever get involved with NXT. They just say, hey, we're looking at this person. Make sure you're doing something with them. But you got to have that separate booker. You got to have somebody who's there with those people day to day to make those storylines work. Tony Khan should not be that guy. I know he loves Ring of Honor. I know he could be a great Ring of Honor booker, but he's got to focus on that Dynamite show. Tony Khan needs to stay the main booker for Dynamite. And then if he's got overflow stories from Dynamite that he needs to push into Collision, fine. But I think he should have a showrunner for Collision also. You know,
So
and
you're
those
saying
two
they should send Daniel Bryan down there.
Yeah,
back from where he came from. Yeah.
It's absolutely
Send Daniel Bryan down there. Get him off commentary because Nigel is so much better on commentary than Daniel.
I know. Just give D.
And then everybody will get fines all the time.
Chris Daniels or somebody and just say, here you go, Sanjay. Ring of Honor's yours. Here's the pin. Go make that show good. And if it sucks, you're fired, and I'll put Chris Daniels in there. And if Chris Daniels sucks, I'll give that job to Samoa Joe. Whoever it is, like get some guys down there and just make the damn show.
And also, you need to create. Go. Come on.
Go. You go. Sure, pop. Your drop.
Okay, so also because that will create a pipeline of work for other people in the future, and also if it was to happen that Tony will be able to allow somebody else to book stuff, that will ease the pressure of a lot of the things, man, and we need to see that happen soon.
You're right, Rebecca.
And we
I'm
lost
totally off this. It makes sense.
Byron.
I mean, I was just going to say that prior to what we were just talking about then, we've like take it back to like AEW, for example. If you're in charge of AEW, like what would you change about it to make it, you know, different and have a uniqueness about it? Like kind of like what TNA was before, you know, they sent fucking Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan in there to rule it. They had their little octagon ring there, and it was, you know, just different. It was unique in its way, you know, and that's what sort of separated it. And then once they brought it back to the, you know, squared circle, it just became just wrestling. I'm not saying that the talent.
Part of that was because talent hated the six-sided ring, and the ropes were too stiff for the bigger guys, and a lot of people disliked it.
But I mean, it created a lot of highlights too at the same time. Like
it did. It really did. It was weird though. Was that it, Tony? Did you have a drop?
No, I don't. Well, I guess terrible fans would be my drop. Go ahead. Come on.
Sorry. So I was just wanted to say I didn't get my drop in before. I just wanted to drop Byron's face off of the screen because of his horrendous glasses that he's wearing. I don't know what he's trying to do there. If he's trying to lure other men in besides Mandeep, but
he's trying to look 20 years old or something. He looks like a YouTuber.
What is wrong with you, Byron?
Byron, I like your glasses. I like them.
I have an extra pop. it might be unrelated, but it's
I can still
something
hear everything.
good for you.
Quack.
I have an extra pop. It's not related to anything wrestling wise. And it might be awkward and weird coming from me, but I have an absolute respect for all military. I love the military. My stepdad is a veteran. I have friends that are veterans, and I would like to give a pop to the Mexican military this week. I know this is something weird coming from me, but
Fucking
the
up the
sacrifice of
cartel.
those 25 people, it's something that we should celebrate. I wish we celebrated the same in the same level the America does their military, but the sacrifice. They should never have to be put in a position where their lives would be at risk, so that this world would be perfect, but it isn't. But the fact that there's this particular woman that lost her life, that it's just an example of the sacrifices that they have in order for us to have a better world. And it is a conflict that is happening in Mexico, but I have my absolute respect for them and all the military. And I know there's good and bad in everywhere, but this week we lost a lot of the good ones because they sacrificed their life for us.
Wow, now I get to take it back to wrestling. Thanks, Tony.
I'm sorry. I just had to say it. I've been thinking about it.
Because my real pop of the week, I'm going to celebrate some Black excellence in wrestling for Black History Month. And my pop of the week goes to Sol Ruca. Yes, she is Black. I don't care what you guys say. She's as Black as I am, by the way.
That's my girl. That's my girl.
Oh, then is she really Black then?
Yeah, her dad is 100% Black.
That's my Black queen.
And so, and my mom is 100% Black. Anyway, I loved the storyline thing they did with Zarya turning on her. I hope it signals that she's winding up her time in NXT. I think the main roster could really use her. I dread the idea of her going to SmackDown, but they really need it. But also, what's going to become of poor African-American Sol Ruca, the blonde surfer girl?
Apparently, they're going to change her character up a bit.
Yeah, which is hopefully they make her blacker.
They're going to put her in the Judgment Day.
Know. Well, like Shaka Khan.
Well, as Ciampa and Don Callis, so
right, they've proven that once you go Black, you never go back. Anyway, I liked that storyline. I thought NXT was actually pretty good this week. I love the fact that Ethan Page went on every show he could go on and talked about how he was about to break the North American title reign record and then drop the belt 1 week before he gets the record. That is some excellent heel work.
Awesome.
That is so amazing. I love everything about it. I mean, he just made you think that there's no way he's going to drop that belt on a regular Tuesday night. And apparently it was all his idea to do that and to like make the rounds on all these shows and hype this thing up and then to lose it right before he wanted to do that. Ethan Page is absolutely a freaking ace. Love that guy. So my pop of the week is really NXT. I just thought it was a great, fun show with a lot of life. They've had a lot of life the last couple of weeks. There's still some really dull stuff in the average white guy division part of NXT that they gotta iron the kinks out. And like I said, some of these factions like Dark State and some of these other ones not quite getting it for me, but they're working on it. And then, I already had a drop of the week earlier, but I got to say that Brock Lesnar segment, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, first of all, Brock's out there telling jokes in Heyman's ear in the middle of the promo, slowing the whole thing down. Like, how much money are we paying Brock Lesnar to not even get the segment over that he's in once a month? Seriously, Brock? Like, you made that not exciting or interesting at all. And then this whole concept of the guy who beat The Undertaker is now the guy with the marquee match. Okay, maybe I'm buying that 10, 12 years ago. But since then, Brock has had a bunch of nothing weird matches at WrestleMania and has not been marquee like sometimes he's marquee, but let's not all of a sudden try to retcon this like Brock Lesnar took over the Undertaker's crown when he beat him. Like that
If Brock
didn't
Lesnar
happen.
didn't speak, dude. If he didn't speak, you could sell him so much better because he'd be that mysterious meathead. Then you wouldn't know what he's going to say. And every time he
No,
does
but he's
speak,
up there clowning with Paul Heyman, happy to be back at work, making jokes or whatever. Like, come on, bro. And honestly, so now we've got the masked guy. We've got what's in the box, Danhausen.
What
and
is in the
we've got-
box?
It's Danhausen. And then we've
Dan.
got
It's
like,
Vince.
who's Brock's opponent?
It's evil.
I sent you guys that it was Vince.
Yeah.
So we get these super.
I've
So
just
who's
seen
Brock's
Lucha
opponent
title to him.
for the first match of WrestleMania? So it'll be about, I don't know, 5 suplexes, and then he'll be on a plane back home to South Dakota.
Is there anybody that we care about? Because anybody that he would put over, like, would have to be like Obafemi or somebody. But Obafemi's not built up enough yet. Are we going to build up Obafemi in 6
Dude,
weeks?
he's already over, bro.
Gunther, if they're gonna like retire Brock.
Gunther's going to retire Brock in Minnesota, which is where SummerSlam is, and you're going to be there, Bear. That's how that's going down. If Gunther's getting a win over Brock, it's not at WrestleMania. That wouldn't make any sense. Unless he gets a win over Brock at WrestleMania, but it doesn't retire Brock, and then Brock comes back and gets a babyface win over him at SummerSlam.
Day one is
Let's be real. They're going to drop the ball on the Gunther thing.
He's not easy enough.
Original
what's
Grande
going on, Sammy?
Americano would be interesting. Chad Gable
should
versus
be in the
Brock
box.
Lesnar.
Pimpy.
Chad
Pimpy should be in the
Gable
box.
versus Brock Lesnar.
Oh. Huge pop.
If Bill Manella came out of that box and started giving out Bezos, I would
Yeah.
pop for all time. I would watch WWE exclusively. I would never watch any other wrestling product ever if they did.
Oh,
that.
by the way, I gotta say something. Do you know why? Do you know what he means by this?
Why was he on strike? Because of the demon?
He was on strike because we are mean to Byron.
That's Well, go back on
Are you
strike.
Man Deep? Is he Man
Yeah, I
Deep?
was gonna say,
guys?
no,
How
back
many
on
people have
strike.
that watch this show, Byron?
Are you Man Deep? Are you Man Deep in disguise?
Huh? People just like
all
me.
all of
and
your
they
boyfriends
sympathize
watch
with
this
me.
show, Byron?
I didn't realize Byron was one of the Paul brothers.
Lover, you don't treat me no good no more.
How am I
Javon Evans versus Lesnar. There's your match.
What's that?
Javon Evans versus Lesnar.
Because he's
Great.
bouncy. I love
If you want to see Javon get killed,
No, I mean, it'd be kind of cool to see him win the match, but like bounce around.
He'll win the match. You think Brock would even sell for him?
No, but he just has to run around and Brock will get gassed. And
Yeah,
Brock
he can
only
F5 him and
does
just bounce off the
business.
ground, mate. He's bouncy.
Brock will only do business with people that Brock wants to do business with.
Brock!
Like, and so clearly he's picked somebody, but in my mind, I'm just like, I can't see anybody back. Is it LA Knight? I guess
Oh,
you could
please.
do Brock
I would
versus LA Knight.
love to watch him do Suplex City that all day long. I could watch that.
I mean,
That'd be
I
my
can
favorite
see,
LA
I can
Knight.
imagine in Triple H's mind how that's a
I've
really
sent you
funny
the video
rib
of him
on,
saying Triple H
on
suggesting
Sean
his LA
Ricker.
Knight, by the way.
Oh,
Justin.
man. If he...
What?
Put him in the
taking
match with
distance
Uso,
from
man.
his
Jey Uso. Give him the Uso rub.
Whatever.
Oh,
I just it's a big drop for me. I don't think I care. I don't think they can make me care. And then when Brock Lesnar is out there and getting paid $1 million and also looking like he doesn't care, it super duper makes me not care even more.
Oh,
Brock
but that would be
Lesnar.
amazing. I would look so much forward to LA Knight match for once if he wrestled like Brock Lesnar, because that would be the death of him, and it'd be the best thing I've ever watched on WWE TV in the last few years at least. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I
think you and
have
Meefloaf
moved on
agree
from
on that
Dorian,
one.
by the way.
Oh
now.
my god, it'd be
I'm no
priceless.
longer
Oh,
of fighting Dorian.
dare to dream.
I've made an offer to fight the Canadian men's national football team manager Jesse Marsh in an MMA fight for charity because he won't keep Leeds' name out of his mouth. The little bitch. I'm going to slap that sometime one day.
One day.
Okay. Well, on that note, stay calm and stay in the mix.